Motherfuckers really do be out here like, homo late, what homo. Guys, I was late by like 2 minutes. I mean, I guess if you want to consider my usual start time later, yeah, I was later. But like, come on. It's like 2 minutes off from the actual starty. Why must you jump me like this? But yeah, hey everybody. How you doing tonight? I ain't say nothing. All I said was sad. Yeah, I know. I fucking saw you, little bastard. I know who's the ones who call me late. I know who does it. Over here yapping my chat. I'm talkative as fuck, man. I'm a talker, man. I'm straight up yapping. I'm out here yapping my shit. And let's just say, by it, I mean my mouth. Ugh. Let me get some music going. Hold up a minute. Been a little while since we had the Wani soundtrack, right? Ugh. Wani soundtrack. Give it to me now. Make sure it's an ample amount of sound. Oop, too quiet. Okay, that'll be good enough, I think. Make sure it's shuffle. Good. We know you can be better, Mr. Streamer. You're asking for too much there, brother. You're asking for too much. Yeah. Another EP day for me. Would have started a little bit earlier, but my brother was cooking dinner. So I have my dinner in front of me. And I'm gonna be spending some of the fucking intro yap here to try and get through it before we get to the actual reading. So, you know. Try to eaty. For those of you who are in the Discord, you might have seen a little poll that went up regarding stream times. I'm considering trying to scale back the stream time by about 2 hours. So, usually, when I'm not fucking wrecked, we'd be streaming sometime between 10:30 and 11 p.m. EST. That's when we'd start, right? But I recognize that that's pretty late. And I think that might be partially contributing to some of my poor schedule, honestly. Partially. I mean, you know, there's also the fact that after like streams, I'll just sit there and play like fucking Tarkov for like 5 hours, and then it'll be like 8 a.m. and I'll be like, uh-oh. But that's neither here nor there. So I considered scaling that back 2 hours. Instead of 10 to 11:30, it'll be sometime between 8:30 and 9. Now, if I take a look at the poll itself, there was 4 options. First was it'd be more convenient for me. Second is to make it harder to catch streams. Third is I'd prefer only an hour earlier, so that'd be what, 9:30 to 10 start time. And then the fourth option is, I watch VODs. And yeah, the 8 to 9 blew the competition out of the water. 28, there was 50 votes, 28 of them went to that, so that's a 56%. 3 people said it'd make it harder to catch streams. 5 people thought only an hour would be preferable, and then 14 of you were VOD watchers, which, you know, I appreciate the VOD watchers. Does finger guns at you guys. So, obviously today we're not doing the 8:30 to 9, but I think Wednesday we'll demo it for a week. We'll demo the time for a week, see how it feels. If I can pull it off, we'll see about keeping with it. If it's too difficult for whatever reason, maybe I'll only go back an hour earlier. At the end of the day, it seems like the overwhelming majority of people who do try to catch the streams would prefer it to be earlier, is the thing. Like I said, there was only 3 people who were like, it would make it harder to catch streams. But, you know. Hey Homo, you ever think of getting some music made for the starting screen? Yes, I have. I have looked at Gato before. I haven't said anything, but I have looked at him. Finished spending 11.5 hours listening to an MLP audio drama fanfiction. It was really terrible, but my curiosity is sated now. How is everyone else doing? Man, you really locked in for that, huh? Be able to watch a full stream finally. Let's go! Yeah! My Twitch mod can Twitch mod for the entire stream! Yippee! A second edge has hit rule 6. You know, I was thinking if cavemen had made a third dating sim in the Snoopverse with Fang and Olivia being carnivores, it'd be interesting to have love interest be an Irby. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd have that much of an effect, really, but yeah, sure. Throw an Irby in there for the next one. Why not? Make it a para. Let us fix a para. Already washed with the new schedule. Shake my head. I'm gonna fucking get you after stream, motherfucker. To be honest, it don't really matter to me since it's almost new to me anyway. Yeah, I know. Like, the thing is, for some people, right, my streams are unattainable, right? Like, I think for Lassiter, the difference for him would be me starting at 5 a.m. versus me starting at 3 a.m. So it doesn't matter much for him. And like a lot of the I don't know what exactly that time zone is considered, but you know, like fucking the Euros have it rough over there. The Euros and further. I mean, if you're West Coast, it's not too terrible of a stream time. I mean, like what? I'd be starting today at like, oh, sorry about that. 8:15, which that's like a good like end of the day type deal. But if I start at 8:30, that's, well, 8:30 East Coast, 5:30 West Coast, and maybe a little easier for the Euro folk. Some of them at least. Who knows? All in all, it'd make it easier to catch it to the end of stream at least for a lot of the American audience, because I know I'll go till about fucking what? Let's say I start at 11, I go for fucking 4 hours. That's what, 3 a.m. or midnight for West Coast? And some people can't do that because some people have to abide by a regular sleep schedule in order to attain their jobs, which is rough. Time to restart stream and start at 8 p.m. right now to fix the universe of... What if I just ended stream right now and said, alright, come back at 8 tomorrow? You know, funny thing is, if I started doing the 8:30, I wonder if I could, like, cram in, like, a tiny micro stream or some shit tomorrow. Because my watch night shit happens at 10:30, right? So if I started at 8:30, I would technically have 2 hours where I could like fucking do a funny little dance or something on Tuesdays. Or I could just entirely call it my day off like I usually do. I'm just throwing ideas at the wall here. A big old rubber ball I have with the word idea on the side of it and just seeing where it bounces. Just having fun, you know what I mean? My schedule is a grab bag fustercluck. Oh, don't get me wrong, mine is pretty fucking bad right now. Man, my eep comes and goes as soon as it pleases. I'll lay down and be like, you know, an hour of rest sounds pretty good. And then I time travel to about 8 hours later and I'm like, feck. Like I laid down today after I got like some actual like work shit done. Well, that's not quite right. I just looked at my watch because it like tracks my sleep and it says 17 hours, and I know for a goddamn fact I did not sleep no 17 fucking hours. Hold up a minute. I gotta look at this in depth. Opens up my app on my phone. What do you mean, you foolish watch? Okay, so it's calculate. Okay, so it's out of everything that I've done, quote unquote, today. Yeah, yesterday was Sunday, which is for those of you who are wondering where was my punch drunk Sunday. I passed out at about 2 p.m. and woke up at about 3 a.m. So Sunday was my reset day, which has been kind of a reoccurring theme as of recent. Sundays have been just like reset day for me. I think that happened like the week prior as well, and maybe even the week before that. I can't remember specifically that one. I know at least the week before last was also a reset Sunday. So I passed out for according to the thing here, and slept about 11 hours 20 minutes. And then today I passed out in the middle of the day and woke up about 10:30 when I'd usually start streaming, and I would have probably hopped on about 15 minutes after, like I said, if my brother hadn't been already getting to work on getting dinner started. But since he was, I was trying to, like, you know, draw that out just a little bit longer, and then of course it was all finished by the time that stream was supposed to start. So I do have the food sitting in front of me, like I said. So but yeah, no, I've been like a daytime sleeper recently, which I like. I think that's fine. However, that doesn't help out too much whenever I have to go to do a meeting. And I'm like, uh-oh. Speaking of meetings, I'm not going to go too in depth because I don't want to dox myself, but my job, we have like these streams where it's like a monthly like check with the employees, where like some of the managers will come down and have a talk, and there's been some not so pleasant things happening. I only partially affected. I'm fine, but people were not happy. And you could see it in the fucking chat for the stream. And I was telling Lanny about it, and I'm like, dude, some of this shit has me wheezing over here. Like, okay, hold up. I sent Lanny some examples. So fucking there's all the announcements happening of like all the shit that's not great, right? That's like, oh fuck, this sucks. The CEO showed up on the camera, and then somebody in chat just went, my boy, insert name here, looking tired. That was the first one that really like fucking grabbed me by my sides. Someone else had typed sick Rolex though. And then as the stream went on, I saw a motherfucker just say, there are no layoffs in Ba Sing Se. There's some really good ones, and like another one was don't let any of this distract you from the fact that Lightning McQueen blew a 1-lap lead in the Piston Cup. I'm just like, holy shit, this is just my, like, the company-wide thing, and this motherfucker's out here just typing this shit, and like I'm like, oh, I mean, I guess it makes sense. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You're gonna lay the guy off? Uh-oh, that's already happening. People are already being laid off. Uh-oh, oopsies. Oh, not great. Oh. And then, of course, you have people who are like, guys, please, be nice to them. Be nice to them. And it's like, bro, look, with all that's going on, people are gonna like fucking find whatever way they can to like deal with this fucking news. So I was just kicked back, laughing my ass off at the chat, half paying attention to what was even being said in the fucking stream. I And at a certain point, I just like fucking was like, I don't care as much what their justifications are for this. I'm just gonna like start working while it's all going on. Alright, let me get back to reading the chat here. Gotta say, I've been taking some days to rest my brain for my fix. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta take a little bit of rest. Wasn't all once as much as I tried to make it so. Well, I'm glad you didn't fucking do a 11.5 like brain dump where you just laid in your bed looking at the sky or like the fucking ceiling, listening to that. That'd have been interesting. I feel like you would have started hearing white noise at a certain point. I don't think anybody can listen to me for 11.5. Okay, let me not say that. I'm pretty sure there's at least one person out there that probably sat through that whole fucking thick. Vinko noted. I hope you didn't. I hope you took it bit by bit. I mean, there's chapter markers for a reason. Fix a para, that's a good one. Look. They can be redeemed. We have seen it with Naomi and Ben. Now, you know, it's kind of a long road, but you can do it. Bro, really edging the PDG enjoyers. Yeah. Sometimes. Also closing in ever closer to 100,000 channel points with nothing to do. I'll tell you what I always tell you. Eventually, I'll give you something to use it on. Brain rot is spreading. Scarlet rot to the frontal lobe. I've got Fallout Equestria next because that one has historical importance, but I'll have allies when I get to that. It'll be a group listen. Hunt Showdown 1896 is the best extraction shooter. Changed my mind. Will, and Lanny should be playing that sometime this week. Maybe I'll even throw it on stream for the hell of it. Who knows? Or it might just be an off-stream thing. No, God, don't give Art of Hope. Fixing a para is imparable. Look, all I'm saying is, you know, fucking paras are well known to be evil creatures. Maybe we fix a para. All right, that's all I'm saying. Long neck gang rise. Liz mod win. I want to follow in my bro Damien's example. I want to date a long neck. And then we've got the Stegoroses. Boo, get off the stage. Do it, pussy. You want your boss? I'm not gonna pull it though. I'm not gonna fucking bend my will because somebody called me a pussy with no balls. He really did just nuke that whole server, didn't he? Crazy. Micro gorilla stream, chimpanzee stream, maybe chimpanzee stream. Maybe those will be, if I do end up doing it, that'll be like a day where I just like grab somebody from the Discord and just say, fuck it, you're gonna help me cause chaos. Micro gorilla stream so we can finally get my chat sage. W day sleep gang. Look, all I'm saying is, if I didn't have to abide by societal norms, I would probably just be sleeping during the day for the most part. It would be, okay, I think I've said it before, it would be a thing where half of the year I'd probably be sleeping during the day, and then the other half of the year I'd be sleeping during the night like I should. Or it would just alternate every couple of months, because that's kind of what it fucking does. My boy Mr. CEO looking tired. Daytime sleep is best. Sun evil, not want. I'd love a Nessie route mod, it would be great. Look, we're gonna get long neck love when devlog drops. Which I'm going to do the long neck route because Emily fucking is badass. I want Emmy. Give me now. Been doing it for 6 years. Lucky. Oh boy, I made it. Hey, Swift. I live in fear of getting Rule 6 now, Humo. I know your pain. Oh, yeah? There's rows of voice recordings of me now?
Feel my pain. Now you shall know what it is like for men to be the sweetest to you, and how evil that is.
V8 grows in power every day. Yeah, with great power comes great edgeability, apparently, I guess. Not very pog champ of this news, Mr. CEO. I will say he did look tired. Like you could see like the fucking lines under, like the bags under his eyes. Like it was pretty extreme looking. Inca Noda got me through an entire work night. Hella. Edge. 10-hour shifts are long. Oh yeah. Had a buddy. Haven't talked to him in quite a while now. But last I knew, he was working at the airport, pulling like 10-hour shifts for like 4-day work weeks with 10-hour shifts. It was me who watched all of Inca Noda in one sitting. Well, there you go. Yo, it's the Humo dude. Correct. Can't wait for the sex scenes. Whoopee. Oh, for Fallout Equestria? Dude, I don't really know what happens in Fallout Equestria. All I know is that it's a big thing. How to fix a para. Step 1. Load your double barrel. More like step 1. Put him in fucking therapy. I feel like that would have helped out with both Naomi and our boy Ben to some extent. Snoot Game Encore did drop a Rosa trailer. They did. I like the Rosa voice. The Rosa voice sounded pretty good. Bonobo stream when? Guys, I chimp out sometimes. You'll get monkey stream soon. What a stream it was. Yeah, the Rosa Chads were definitely happy about that shit. The sun is a deadly laser. True. Don't trust the fucking sun. Its light is a lie. It is actually radiation trying to kill you. Cover yourself up. Do not let yourself become annihilated. Take your vitamin D supplements and not get sun. Look, all I'm saying is the sun's better when it's not actually directly shining on me, all right? When it's behind some clouds and it's still a warm day, that's for the best, all right? Don't let that sun stick out and start cooking me alive in the middle of the summer. Because you know what the worst part is? The worst part is, in order to parry the sun rays, you have to cover yourself, right? So you either have to cake yourself in fucking sunscreen, be a melanin warrior, or put clothes on. And if the sun's beaming down on you and it's the middle of summer, guess what you can't do? You can't put fucking clothes on because you're gonna cook alive because it's too fucking hot. Middle of winter, what can I do? I can just put on some fucking clothes and cover up. It's all good because it's cold anyway, so I need to retain my heat. Look, I can find things that are nice about summer, but they're only nice when I can go out on the fucking lake with my family and just do shit out there. Otherwise, I'm staying in the fucking air-conditioned, like, housing. I don't want to go out. Fuck that. It's sucky. Middle of winter? Okay, yeah, sure. You want to go out and do something? Cool. Throw on my jacket, throw on my jeans. I'm gonna be real. I think my favorite pants to wear are jeans. I like jeans. Anytime I can wear jeans out, I'm happy. I like covering my whole legs. I also like jackets that are loose enough in the arms that I can like still wear the jacket, but like roll up the sleeves up to like my bicep and let my arms cool off a little bit. It's great. Sort of turning the jacket into a vest, if you will. Therapy is way more expensive than a couple rat shot. True. But that fix is kind of a destroy at the same time. Also have for shout out, Infamous will be having a chapter out hopefully tomorrow. Fuck yeah, mate. Overcast is the best type of weather, no question. Exactly. Plus, sometimes the sun's just really fucking bright. You know what I mean? Like, I know I'm like a fucking hardcore like basement dweller staying in in my room all the time, but dude, I'll like walk outside to take out the trash and shit, and I'll be like, ah, god damn it, why is it so fucking bright? And I have to cover my eyes for a second or like squint. Just put the sun behind some clouds. That's what the clouds are for. Cover the sun. Despite making up 13% of the population, paras make up 50% of Dino VN antagonists. How many Dino VNs are out there? Because we have 100% with caveman and antagonist paras.
Chaos.
Chaos. You would love sleeping under a rock, Humo. I fucking would. I'm out here straight up lizard maxing. Vampire maxing. I think I've said it before. If, like, somebody said, hey, do you want, like, vampire? Do you want to become a vampire? I would probably take them up on it, because the whole immortality thing is kind of badass. You know, and then I have the status effect of go drink blood, but, you know, it depends on the type of vampire, right? Like, I'm not gonna go around at, like, fucking night and go, yeah, and, like, start jumping motherfuckers, because then you get caught. If I just have to drink, like, animal blood, though, yeah, fuck it, sure. I'll go get, like, a fucking Capri Sun of cow blood or some shit. When in doubt, edge it out. Wrong. Incorrect buzzer noise. Probably listened to the noted video 3 times now at work. Jeez. I need to get you some more shit to listen to. Can't wait for Sunday. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah. Yeah. The incoming fucking creator spotlight is a little bit in flux right now in terms of when it's gonna happen. We're gonna be having good old Jobama on, but right now the current time we're gonna be shooting for, I believe, is gonna be Sunday. But I'll keep you guys posted in case anything else changes. Oh, that was a lot of phlegm. Imagine reading pony fanfics. I mean, fuck. Who's to say I won't do one at one point? And then cars would never leave me alone. That Rose's voice is the voice in my dream. But think about it like this. As soon as, like, all that drops, you guys might be able to, like, fucking commission the voice actor to, like, do funny lines if they're up for that. Yeah, that voice looked pretty good, Mr. Streamer. Looked nice. Stunning. Grabs you. Son gives you can't ya. Instead of reading Fallout Equestria on the website, go and buy the hardcover and read it that way. True, they do have a hardcover, don't they? I'm a melt. Simply just dwarf max and stay underground in mine. Look, I've already said I would dwarf max, alright? Please don't do MLP fanfiction, Sumo. I come here to get away from them. I'm just gonna read Cupcakes. There's a hardcover? Mm-hmm. Honestly, after I got Wani E1, I wanted to hunt Mia with a double barrel. You only got to that point after E1? Fucking hated the sun today. Fucking 105, topped 120 for a bit today. That's what I'm saying! Why would you actively go out in that shit? You know, I gotta wonder, you know, when, like, the fucking olds are like, why aren't the new generation going out and playing out in the sun, playing in the real lives? Do you think part of that is, like, the world's just gotten hotter? And, like, it's a situation of, why would I go out and cook alive when I can sit in here and play Fortnite and drink und Cola? I just want to talk to her. Looks at you with my sun-shaped eyes. Shoots radiation lasers. Christ, Raptor Jesus even. Cursive Raw. Winter is the superior season. I like winter for the temperatures because I tend to favor, like, just colder temperatures in general because you can always bundle up, right? It's not that bad. Except, you know, when you're kind of fucked and you're like Texas during that one year when all the stuff got, like, all your power got cut out because Texas wasn't designed for cold. I think the peak is like around Halloween when there's like a nice chill in the wind, but it's not so unpleasant that you're like fucking pulling out the winter jacket. You know what I mean? I think that's when it hits peak, if I'm honest. 112 I meant, not 120. I'd believe 120 though. Fucking Christ. Winter maxing, heat is cringe. Heat is cringe unless you're in like water, in which case heat is nice. I like winter because I get to wear my jean jacket. The jean kit, if you will. Get Mr. Burns sun blocker. Hello, Mr. Trace, Mr. One call, Mr. Creamer, Mr. Streamer. Alright, are these like all personalities you see in my head now that you have to introduce yourself? Like you have to fucking say hello to each and every one of them? If so, what is each one's personality? Did somebody say chaos? Chaos, chaos. Wouldn't the blood taste nasty? I mean, it's not really about the taste at that point. If you're a vampire, right? It's kind of more so just like, you gotta do it or you're gonna die. It's like motherfuckers who don't like the taste of water. You would just be like, well, I still gotta drink water. Or I'd start like, I don't know, putting like Kool-Aid mix in it or something. Maybe that'd make it more pleasant. Energy vampires are the worst. I don't know, eternal life seems kind of like a curse. Look, there's motherfuckers out here who will be like, oh, eternal life is a curse. You're gonna see everybody you love die. And you're gonna people who were out here saying eternal life is badass. I'm on the latter side of things, all right? If somebody says you live forever now, I'd be like, okay, bet, let's do it. Because I'm the type of motherfucker who looks at death and is like, well, that's when everything stops. That's when game over, nothing else. I would like an afterlife. However, I can't think of really good reasoning for why that would be there. So right now, I'm of the mindset that as soon as that happens, I no longer exist. And I have tried to think what it's like to not exist, and it's enough to make me start fucking having a minor panic attack. So I have decided, hey, if, like, I'm basically, you can say what you will, I have decided I'm going to be like the fantasy villain who's like, I'm out here looking for the elixir of life to forever reign supreme. Like, you know, there's motherfuckers out there in fantasy who are like looking for all that eternal life bullshit, and they're the villain, right? And like I'm sitting here and I'm like, okay, I probably wouldn't bomb like 50 orphanages, but I get it. To an extent, I get it. I forgot the name, but it's a Dyna VN that's like VA11. Oh, Valhalla? But you work in a tech repair shop. Ooh, okay. I did like Valhalla, so that kind of sounds neat. Huh? We gonna get Jobama spotlight? Nods. Correct. Mr. Streamer, have you played the Deltarune Ribbit mod? No, but I did see a video about that was like 6 hours long. I might look into it. Perhaps. Oh yeah, Obama spotlight would be rad. Yeah, that's why we're having you mine. Rocket Stone, brother! Fuck the sun 103 Thack. Cola and Fortnite, yippee! Thank you. I was looking for the yippee. I like mid fall, early spring, kind of cool. Yeah, cool crisp air with wet dirt, cement smell gets me very happy. I can understand that. Afterlife is just New Game Plus. God, I fucking hope. Here's the thing too. I've thought about it. Like, sometimes I'll see like animal videos where like something gets fucking owned, and like the concept of like reincarnation pops into my head. And like there's different ideas about how reincarnation would work, right? Where like, oh, if you're a human, you're just gonna reincarnate as a human. But then there's also the ones where it's like, oh, everything that lives has a soul. And then I think, man, it would suck to be some of these fucking animals that just get fucking annihilated. You know what I mean? Like, imagine being a cricket, and you just respawn as a cricket, and your just little cricket brain doesn't know what's going on, and then you get dropped into a fucking, like, pet tank where there's a spider, and it eats your ass. That fucking blows. That blows bad. When do I get the fun ones? When do I get a... Can I class respec real quick? Imagine Thomas Sanders personality fandom type shit coming from the Mr. Shroom, Mr. Creamer thing. And G plus is just harder. Heat becomes omega cringe when humid. Yeah, when you're somewhere where it's always humid, fucking blows. So like the great medicine, you hate it, but you know it'll bite you in the ass if you don't take it. Exactly. Cole McGrath, infamous Festival of Blood. Despite how many personas I know, see Humo as the apple will always be unattainable. Always comes back to the apple. Hopefully nothing comes. Hopefully nothing comes up. My week's starting out chaotic. Yep, I get you, brother. Just keep just keep me in the loop on that. If we need to change times up a little bit, we can flex. As long as I know beforehand, we can flex. See you, Human. See Humo, off to work I go. Alright. Oh, take care, brother. Take care. Oh, I don't know why I'm coffee so bad. Should definitely play the Ribbit mod on stream. Shit is peak. If I can find a good day to do it, I will. I'm trying to eat a little bit right now too, so I'm probably gonna like mute for a couple seconds while I'm like just shoving my face full of some stuff. Listen to Inko Noda all the way through day off and stuff needed cleaned. Fuck yeah. POV, you came back as a worm. You're about to be one-tapped by a small bird. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know, man. I like having higher brain function. You know what I mean? So the idea that, with, like, there's no afterlife where it's like, oh, that higher brain function's absolutely gone, or with reincarnation where, oh, your higher brain function has become lower brain function. That should just not sound fun. Why roll that dice when I could just live forever, you know what I mean? Imagine if when you die, you just end up in the intro of Skyrim. I'd scream. Wait. Also, can we have Jake and Lanny on the spotlight? I'll see if Lil Lannister is able to join. Why not? I like having that funky little guy around. It's fun. No Kafifi. Humo, where did the treat meme come from? Probably something that Lanny did. I think he just started saying treat whenever like someone gave him a gift, and then it just caught on the Discord. On the gamer subs. I had some gamer subs before I started stream today to make sure I was nice and awake. Use creator code HUMO to get fucking 0% off your next gamer subs order. Because I don't have a creator code. Do you guys think if I like emailed GamerSubs and was like, hey, can I just get a creator code real quick? They'd be like, yeah, on God, here you go. Oh man. This isn't a good song to eat to. Give me something a little more upbeat. Yeah, this'll work. Why are you guys typing balls? Why is there balls? Got some news involving wanting help. Okay. Awaits patiently. La Banda. The band. There you go. Make sure you guys get one of those. It'll tide you over. With so many GamerStop flavors, we can surely pair them up with Wani Snoot characters. If we did something like that, fucking, if that were to ever happen, good lord knows it wouldn't. It would probably have to be like a Wani type thing, because those are those characters would not be beholden to like the same rules and stipulations that Snoot characters were, because of the whole GVH thing. Book's gonna be a new update and will be removed from the website for now. Do it, email them. Honestly, they probably wouldn't be opposed to just giving like a fucking creator code to like just anybody, as long as they have a demonstrable audience. Because at the end of the day, a creator code doesn't fucking mean they have to do anything that crazy for me, I don't think. Unless I'm misunderstanding how the whole creator code shit works. I don't know.
Hey guys, would you buy gamer steps with my creator code? Would you guys drink that shit?
Honestly, I want to die in battle, so I go to Valhalla. You know, there's two sides, right? There's the side that's like, I want to live forever, and then there's the side that's like, wouldn't it be glory, glory, what a way to die, you know? I mean, non-officially, though I think Damien would be the meat flavor. I see. No, yes. And that's what I love about my audience. Completely split down the middle. Just for more fix on the story and a few other things until now, I'll be working on Trust and Infamous. Well, gotta do what you gotta do. New GG drink. I want to drink that Gatorade. That would go hard. Alright, Humo, hypothetically, you get a gamer sub deal. What's your flavor and what's the name? Man, I don't fucking know. I ain't thought about that. I guess I'll think about it now while I'm eating. Yeah, Damien and the raw meat go hand in hand. Yeah, that motherfucker was tearing into shit, wasn't he, in the fucking story? I feel like Damien would be Guacamole Gamer Fart 9000. I don't know. Maybe Vinny would be Gamer Fart? Lil Vinny's a fucking big old gamer. I drink Damien. You mean his gamer subs flavor, right? His drink flavor? That's how you drink Damien, right? Guys, where's my other half? I lost it. I threw it into the trash. I thought you were done with it. The name would be Gator Sweat. Gator Girl Bathwater.
Yo, my Jingle opinion with Mr. Streamer.
Yes, look, I don't know what it is as of recent, but motherfuckers have been hopping on my band, like my brain's bandwidth, and like hijacking my communications, and I'll say the same shit as like somebody else in VC. It's happened enough times that it's become noticeable. I don't know if I'm just rubbing off on you guys too much now, or you're rubbing off too much on me, or if we're just rubbing each other, or like what's going on there. Something like swamp water. Guys, I would want my drink flavor to be like appealing sounding. I wouldn't want people to be like, I'm going to go drink swamp water now. Liz would be blue raspberry. Parasocialism at its finest. We're rubbing what on each other? I don't read into it too much. Rubbing off. Shh. Shh. Inca would drink lean. Yeah, the lean flavor. I mean, Gamer Subs has Gamer Soups ramen. Yeah, that's a recent thing, isn't it? Rubbing each other. I see Mr. Kramer is talking through Mr. Humo right now. Quiet you. Think Ben would be blue raspberry. I'd have to look at all the fucking flavors again. There's a beef flavor called Swamp Assassin. Right. Right, that is true. Because they couldn't use swamp ass, right? Wasn't that the reason it's assassin? Ben will be med flavored. Yeah, just make him the what we were talking about before with the fucking the grape like cough syrup. Make him that flavor. That's the reason it's 2 times the ass. Mia would be cherry and broken glass. Okay, what does broken glass taste like? Hold up a minute. It's a flavor called Blowhole Blast. Yep, that's the one I got. Man, this is the part where like me eating slow is biting me like super bad in the ass. New GG flavor coming from Snoot Game. 38 special. You would go with the E1 Snoot flavor, wouldn't you? Motherfucker. Sure would taste sharp, man. So the broken glass would just be like, oh, what the fuck is that? Kind of like taste. Just kind of punches you in the jaw a little bit. So maybe like an extreme type of sour. Gamer subs that taste like a stairwell. Just drop a new poster on you in Oliver fridge. I'll take a peep in here in a second. E2 enjoyers would love the Gamer subs copium flavor. Blowhole would obviously be Mr. Ferris's flavor. Shakes my head. What, because he's a whale? We a hive mind? Unfortunately, that does seem to be the case. You think it has a warhead flavor? No, I don't think they got a warhead flavor. They could have one though if they really tried. Oh god, there's one called Titty Milk. Yeah, Titty Milk's fine. I had that as one of my samples when I had ordered up the free sampler. It wasn't bad. I would drink it again. I know out of context that sounds weird, but you know. E1 would like sort of press despair. My Gamer Subs flavor would be bog water and drywall. Buh. I'm sorry, Titty Milk Gamer Subs? Yes. That is, I believe, Schlatt's flavor. It's either Schlatt or Critical, I can't remember. I want to say it's Schlatt though. Oh, if it's Schlatt, we're fine. How quickly you turn your opinion. Making an I fuck with you heavy image right now for Olivia. Fuck yeah. Huma's new G Fuel, Sussy Lanny Mind Blast. Dude, I am not doing Sussy Lanny. Holy shit. That is sinister. Okay, Sussy Jake. I'm not doing Sussy anything for a drink flavor. Mr. Creamer's Cream would be the name or else. I'm gonna throw you into a vat of acid. Lanny's Blueberry Bonanza. See, that one would be fine. But that would be Lanny's flavor, not mine. Mr. Creamer's thick cream flavor? You guys are filthy. Fucking disgusting. Lunar's flavor would be the ashes of famous humans throughout history. Well, Lunar couldn't do that one because there's already Grandpa's ashes or whatever. Mia would be melon because I hate artificial melon flavor. It's ass. You heard it here first, folk. Mr. Creamer loves dino lactation. You just can't win them. Anon would be Sigma Brain. If I had one, I'd call it a dash of gunpowder. Okay. What would the taste be? Mexican Rage flavor for Rosa and Tracy Doggy flavor for Tracy. Both GG flavors, I would buy 1,000 of each. Mexican Rage goes pretty fucking hard, I'll give you that one. If I had one, it would be enriched yellow cake. Get the limited Gator special. If I had one, it would, oh wait, no, I read that one. That or Insult Tears. My gamer subs would be Gun Barrel. Mine would be probably Foul Trigger Stank. Yadikin would be Grandpa's Ashes. Can we get a fucking executioner on Swift real quick? Back, rice the fuck up. Why are we talking about gamer subs flavors? Because we were talking about how I took some gamer subs before stream. And then Vice was like, what gamer subs flavor would you have and what would the taste be? And so then everybody was pitching in their own thoughts. What would yours be, Jakey boy? Wait a minute, I don't care. Alright, fuck you then. Gamer subs that taste like asphalt and asbestos. Parade, Paradise, Jake's Flavor Parade. I would say both of those aren't a bad one. Don't think too hard of a name for Tracy, or the flavor for that matter. Heard the hesitation when you read that. Look, I was just trying to figure out where was it going.
I shall we? I take it back.
No, too late. The dude's already swinging his hammer. You're done. Yadikin would be calcium deficient. I don't know what my GS flavor would be. Radical Red Rage. Would it just be like cherry or something?
Roastic Surprise.
No. butter the rice. No, just plain white rice with some lemon pepper on. I'm rice coated. I'm having rice and chicken tonight. It's rice pilaf though. My gamer subs would be flavorless, but it would be Pantone 448C in color. I don't know what color that is. Is next week you continue None in the Chamber or new fic? We'll be continuing None in the Chamber next week, yeah. Mine would be Big Iron Buckshot bubblegum flavor. Okay. That's not bad. Jake's would be Schizo Schlong. Tastes like banana and cocaine? Buh. Hell nah. I hate banana flavored shit, says Jake. Okay. Sorry, I'm in a mood. Oh, you're all good. Jake really said, wait a minute, I'm white. He white rice is what he is. D's nut, that's Jake's flavor because he's Freak Parade. Slanderous. I just thought what gamer subs would taste like Coke and Baja Blast. Egregious. Did we start? We will be soon. I'm trying to like quickly finish my food here while I let people fucking think about gamer subs. My flavor would be Father's Lament. Next chamber chapter, we're going Ace Attorney mode, boys. Let's fucking go. Wait, D gamer subs flavor? Question mark. How do you feel about banana plus strawberry? No rush. I hate banana in general. You know, I haven't had a banana in fucking forever. Is next fic Incognito's sequel? I'd like to get to Love is Colorblind, but I'll have to reevaluate after we finish both the current fics. I'd like a strawberry smoothie flavor too.
Lemon? Yes, lemon. Yes, lemon.
Get your fucking Millie out of here right now. We are not lamenting. Fun fact, I have never eaten a banana before. Bananas are cheap. If you ever wanted to try one, it's pretty easy. Call it programmer socks or something. Even just the smell of bananas is enough to make me gag. Hey, everybody's got their one. He'd be sweet six-pack. Dorian? Maybe future Dorian. Foul Trigger Stank would taste of chicken and watermelon. It's probably not even an official Gamer Subs. Probably just store-bought Kool-Aid in a Gamer Subs tub. I see we're just leaning into it there, huh? Banana Basher, cherry pineapple, raspberry flavor would be my drink straight up. Favorite flavor. No hole up. I want my flavor to taste like Big Red. Okay. How does one taste like Big Red? Oh, fuck. Grain of rice went down the wrong pipe. Love is Colorblind isn't very long. You can do it without dread. Yeah, I think the next fic I need to do is one that needs to be a bit shorter. Because, man, it's been a while since I've had a master cut. And probably be cool to have a couple more of those out. Mine would be a swig of Pain Lemonade, mango flavored. Well, I'll just drink Big Red. Motherfucker, it's sugar free, so I like Big Red. I drink that shit warm. I don't like warm drinks, man. Unless it's like fucking hot cocoa. You know, I saw a really messed up comic of Little Gator Olivia meeting E1 Inko. I can only imagine how that went. Warm? Ooh, Jake has said an opinion that is going to get him fucking owned. Actually, I did get a final design of Red Herring's E4 poster done. Yeah, if you post it, I'll take a peek. When banana, you gotta clarify Cavendish or Gross Michael. Michelle, I don't know. Brother, I don't know much about my nanners. I just know that they're like a fucking yellow thing. Maybe not warm room temp. Okay, the walk back. My shaker cup actually just shipped today with the little sample packs and such. Fuck yeah. Mia's flavor would taste like flat, lukewarm Shasta cherry cola. I also just really hate putting ice in my drinks, and I can't be fucked to leave them in the fridge until they get cold. Me wanting to drink now. See, I can kind of fuck with that. I don't like putting ice in my drinks either. I've said this before. I don't want my drink to get watered down because I took too long to drink it. I'd rather it just be in the fridge cold. Like, a couple nights ago when I was having dinner, I forgot to restock the glass Cokes we had in the fridge. So I could have gotten another glass Coke and just put ice in it, but I was like, nah, fuck that. I'll just use one of my fucking cans I have in the fridge. And then when I said that in the call, somebody was like, oh, poor you and your rich fucking glass Cokes. I'm like, bro, why are you attacking me? I was just saying that I had an unfortunate situation. Why must I be hurted? We got the Nanner Nanny over here. I know the comic you're talking about. Jake, you want to finish 3/4 of a bottle of alcohol like me? I would if I had one on hand. Looks at you back with my alcoholic eyes. Oh wait, okay, yeah. So they're looking. Iggy and Jake are looking at each other with alcoholic eyes. Drink a hot pina colada. Call it the global warming. Have you tried that metal ice? That would be something that I would be willing to take a look at, because the whole thing with ice for me is that it's gonna fucking like water down my drink. The metal cubes I could fuck with. Take a couple cans from the case, making the ice cubes. They're fixed. That's a lot of fucking work is the thing. I can fuck with that. Fuck watered drowned bullshit. Drink doesn't water down. Mm-hmm. Hey Homo, I think there's a GS by Pornstar, I think. Really? Huh. Alright. Who? Gives you left-handed shake with my left-handed eyes. It's all on the cards. I guess we have Mr. Rich Boy now. What, because I have glass Coke? Look, everybody has their things they're willing to spend money on. Glass Coke is one of those things that I've decided I'm willing to spend money on. Partially because my brother says that it actually, he feels like it helps him a bit more with his headaches whenever he has one. He needs to drink a Coke. So it's preferable for me, at least. And I've just gotten used to the taste. Instead of liquor, though, I'm going to get some water. Be right back. Came out meaner than I meant. Wouldn't be surprised if you didn't put the water in the microwave. Damn, get his ass. Glass Coke fucks. Glass Coke is peak. See? I'm not weird. Who drinks Coke for a headache? Well, it's the fucking caffeine in it. Caffeine does help with, like, migraines and the like, and my brother gets them often enough. So, like, whenever he has, like, a particularly bad headache coming on, he'll lay down, he'll, like, get a Coke, take, like, some fucking Excedrin or some shit, drink the Coke, and just, like, chill out. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Like, any caffeinated drink will do. It's just a Coke is a nice one to, like, easily grab. Because, like, coffee, you'd have to go make that. A Coke, you can just fucking reach into the fridge, grab it, crack it, you're good. Mexican Coke is the best. It is pretty fucking peak. American alcoholics are bitch made compared to average British 13-year-old. I was getting drunk on the park after school when I was 14, drinking entire liter bottles of Frosty Jacks. Fellas, is it a flex to say you were getting drunk at 14? Get rid of the didn't. I'm a mental patient. I got what you meant. Don't worry. It got better sugar in it. Yeah, it's like what, cane sugar instead of like the high fructose or whatever. I don't want ice in my water. It will water down my water. Unironically, I don't want ice in my water if I can help it. I mean, like, the thing is, I just don't like having ice get in the way of my drink, because then I get an inconsistent sip. Now, like in my water bottle, where I have like a fucking, like a little nipple to suck on, and and I get the water anyways. Ice is fine. It just keeps it colder inside. I'm cool with that. Only if it's imported. Oh, look here, Mr. Fancy, Mr. Streamer. Gamer subs porn star. Bareback Brian. Humo, you have caffeine withdrawals? I don't think I have caffeine withdrawals. I like drinking Coke because I like the taste of it. So, like, I usually have, like, a soda, like, if not every day, every other day. It's just one of those things. I consider it the one vice I'm allowed. You know what I mean? Barely even burns your nostrils. Mm-hmm. The Quebec maple Coke in the glass bottle goes crazy. Ooh, I haven't tried that. Watered the fuck up. You're gonna be pissed the fuck up in a little bit here. Weird flex, but okay, Brit. Probably why I'm retarded. Which gives more energy, Coke or coffee? Coffee, because Coke only has like a third of a shot of espresso. It's like 333 milligrams of caffeine, I think. Something like that. Underage drinking leads to trigger enjoying. I think we have to start running a poll for all the trigger enjoyers. Yo, somebody call up Roach real quick. Wake up, still not British. Day improves dramatically. American Fanta Orange is scary compared to imported Fanta Orange. I don't really drink much Fanta. Did you know in Mexico they sell 3-liter soda bottles? That's a lot of fucking soda. Break ceiling fan, I fix ceiling fan. Me now fix things. Fix. Neuron activation, fix. Brother just became a janitor droid, holy shit. Suck that nipple. You got it, dog. Life-sustaining juice. Still got that Fanta in my system all the same. Jake being a certified hydro horny. Or homie. I don't know why I split the M to R and N. I guess it's that suck that nipple comment. My brain's kind of rewired right now. Hydro homie right now. Dap me up, fam. Ice and water is a different story. I will ice my water up. Ice against my lips. I'm crunching on that shit. Just eat the fucking ice. Just like get a bunch of like ice cubes and eat them. Jake, what's wrong with Trigger enjoying? Purple Trigger enjoying. Mimi is fine. Yeah, like you can enjoy Mimi, but the thing is, like all the other triggers. Okay, but probably shouldn't say that. All triggers matter. Now munching on ice is something I can agree with. Irby lives matter. Mimi supremacy. Mimi gang. Mimi gang. It is Mimi Monday. Well, not anymore for me, but it was Mimi Monday for me. Wish you could post images in YouTube chat because Trish Floyd would be front and center right now. Dude, if you could post fucking images in chat, it would be over for me because you motherfuckers would be posting the craziest shit. Big sippy, wake up, not American, BMI increases dramatically. Humo, hydro, horny, Zara moment. Look. You know how many things I have to read? You know how much I'm like trying not to fucking misread shit? Did you just out yourself as fat noble? Yeah. Wake up, still not British, throws tea in the harbor to celebrate. We have Mimi. Yeah, true. I'm gonna be playing the fucking shit out of Hold On To Me when that drops. I'd get an uneven sip, proceeds to give us a very prominent slurp. Yeah, because it's coming from the fucking water bottle nipple. If it was like a glass and I had to sip, the water would be... the ice would be getting in the way of the water for the consistent sip. What's your favorite sodas? I tend to go with just Coke if it's available. Sprite sometimes if I'm really feeling it. And then if they have Pepsi, I'll just get Mountain Dew instead. It's 5 a.m. I'm at work in 4 hours on 4 hours sleep. Jesus. Best of luck, brother. Flood chat with Sage pictures. The Sage posters are winning, apparently. Sonic Ice is goated. You mean like from Sonic? Hydro horny, nobody want to be dry while horny Jake. Get real nerd. Small little chunks of ice or big chunks? I like the small little chunks. I want to boink under the ocean at least once in my life. Alright then. Lives 2 minutes away from Sanic, barely goes. I don't know, Sanic was mid when I went. I'd only get the fucking grilled cheese if I went now. Is this a new record for Freak Braid to unleash? No. He's done it quicker. Free diving with my host, straight up pumping it in the coral reefs. You really are a little freak, aren't you? Sonic Ice becomes a solid brick within 2 days in the freezer, and the bag is so thin you can't break it up without tearing the bag apart. Fresh from the hedgehog. Ugh. Everyone needs a life support sage. I think my life support sage would probably pull the plug, to be honest. I just get this weird feeling that they would go, time to die, Humo. Boom. And I'm dead. Maybe that's just because of what Lone V has threatened to do to me. And the association of Lone with fucking Sage. Absolutely sopping. What? You're saying you wouldn't have carnal relations with your loved one on the ocean? Yeah, probably not. Probably not. I would be distracted by the beauty and majesty of the underwater. To whoever said straight from the hedgehog, you just put the image in my head of Sonic squeezing ice out from holes at the end of his quills. Ooh, yucky. Only thing I would get from Sonic is the foot-long chili dog. Jake does it quick, explains a lot. I wish I had a Sonic closer to me. Absolutely not. 2 reasons: sand and salt. Yeah, you don't want salt in your ass crack. That stuff sucks. Give me a snorkel the way I'm diving between them legs, Jake. So is this Iron Freak or Freak Will? The fuck's a Sonic? It's a fast food type place. I want to say the round trip would be like 35 minutes. Driving fast food joint. Yeah. Humo, it's time to do the read. I'm trying, god damn it. I'm trying to eat. Never support stage should just be an old yeller at me. Straight from the... Not me. I'm getting distracted by Pussy. And or boy Pussy. Holy shit. Somebody come get Jake. Somebody come get him. Vise, I need you to fucking snipe Jake from across the way. You need to put him down. Gathering of the freaks. My iron becomes the big iron. Just don't get the fish that swims up your urethra. Oh yeah, that fucking little freaky fish. I think Jake needs to be evaluated by professionals. Don't come get me. You won't like what you see. So his quills are like hypodermic needles, like lionfish. Eat, stream, or eat. I am trying! I am a slow eater. I will eat food over the course of 2 hours if given the chance. By the Emperor, you must eat. Just send him to the Jake Rehabilitation Center. We fucking tore that down because of budget cuts. Looks at Jake with my sniper-shaped eyes. Jake is turning into an Asmongold goblin. I don't know what that means, Iggy. See a case of warm water and Gatorade. Ugh. I can still draw you preggers. Evil threat. Ocean is cold, that's all I'll say. Yappers. Force Jake to finish writing PDG. I can't do that. Jake, you seen the way that boy enters his stream room sometimes? Now I'm hungry. Get something to eat. Humo eating 6 Bomba reclassed Bomba pussy blood clat egg. What the did you just fucking cast a spell on me? Jake is like Asmongold but without anorexia. The Jamaican meal? Any meal. Making a Final Fantasy 14 character right now. What? Okay. What class are you going and what race? It was Jamaican slang, you troglodytes. Oh, sorry for not being on the up about Jamaican slang. My fucking bad, dude. Gotta get ready for eat for work soon. Alright. Might pass out during the read. Well, it's a good time to fall asleep. Gladiator, not sure on race yet. Okay. Yes, Weave Game. I have a lot of friends who play that. I don't get it. That's just fucking... It's a game you can like waste some time in. You can make numbers go up and that make people happy. Anything but the child Iggy. Yeah, don't go fucking Lalafeller. I'm gonna throw you into the ocean. I don't speak Bob Marley, Jake. I'm white. I'm going to pull your beard off like a fucking Mr. Potato Head. Woof.
Is it reading time, Mr. Humo?
I've got just a little bit more rice. I'm trying to eat it. Thinking back on Wanna E1, Inko pretty much became Stefano from Evil Within 2, a psychopathic photographer willing to do a heinous act to get a perfect shot. Can we get a mod for Evil Within 2 where it turns him into Inko? Thank you. In my Trish work in progress fic, her mom needs to be Jamaican and my boy Gray is gonna get reamed out by the Rasclats and the Pussyclats. Huh? These words go in one ear and they make me confused. Just another MMORPG. A decent one at that. Put his ear where the beard was. I left my school profile open in computer lab once and someone changed my profile picture to Preg, SpongeBob, and Shrek. It was then that the depravity of humanity was made known to me. The sinister nature of humans. I'm gonna pull your ponytail out like a fucking cork, Jake. Don't make me, ho. You pull that out and it unleashes the end times. Are you ready for that? The end times is just gonna be him sitting on the floor looking at the pulled out ponytail sadly. I think I'm gonna go female Hrothgar. That's an alright pick. How the hell are you taking this long to eat rice? Motherfucker, I am a slow eater. I have said this. Like, I literally just said earlier, if given the chance, I will eat dinner for like 2 hours, even if I'm hungry. I just spread that shit out because I'm like pilling around. QTE, you fuck up and your rice instantly spoils. Okay. Alright. I've eaten most of my food. Okay. By the way, for the Gamer Subs thing, I finally figured out what it would be. It would be called Fossil Fuel, and it would have a bunch of fucking, like, ripped dinos drinking it on the as like the fucking tub art. Okay, you'd have men and women, so it, like, you know, both audiences are happy. And it would be like lemonade, like a nice lemonade type flavor. Something that makes your tongue tingle a little bit when you drink it. And then you could have like a crossover too with like waifu cups where you have like dino waifus. And that, it all works. It all comes back to the dinos. We're good. I got it. I don't remember Inko E1 stealing a daughter of a man who's lost almost everything. Well, that you don't think about that too much. That sounds pretty baller. It's all coming together. Yeah, see, you just gotta give me some time to think. Every city becomes San Diego. Trish, what the fuck? Why you bring Bomboclat Skinny to our Pussyclat house? I don't know. These words, they scare me. Bomboclat. Oh, Jesus. Man is saving rations. Man is just very slow eater. Leave me alone. I'm like a fucking leaf chewer, alright? Where is San Diego? Nowhere is San Diego. Jake, ever think about that, wise guy? Yeah, but you can't escape San Diego anymore, so... Man's eating like in a heavy rain chain QTE. It's one of those QTEs where you have to hold like 5 buttons together at the same time. You keep missing on one, you have to repeat it. Escape from San Diego. That game would suck. Bro's letting every molecule of that rice touch his taste buds. Gargling them rice balls. I'm never gonna be able to get out of here, am I? I just found the rest of the comic I was talking about. Lord Raptor Jesus gets worse with each panel. Yeah. Humo literally did fail the rice QTE earlier when he choked on a single grain. True! I let go of one of the buttons at the wrong time. Watermelon lemonade would go hard right now. Lemonade makes everything tingle. Arnold Palmer go hard. You know what? That's a good idea. I know it's a good idea. Actually surprised there hasn't been a furry waifu thing for them yet. I think there probably has been at least one. Though I wouldn't know which one. I would love a Gamer Subs cup of Lunara. They testing the waters first. Lean is the Arnold Palmer flavor. Mr. Eater not beating the dysphagia allegations. There's been necro stuff, but not hard for. So you want like a full-on anthro, is what you're saying. Okay. Well, now that I'm done eating, I'm gonna go use the bathroom, fill up my water again, and then we'll probably get fucking rolling. Methinks. Methinkies. Let me pull some, I was sent some stuff, so let me pull that up on screen real quick and move this over here. There we go. Neko being soft furry is hilarious to me. You could just slap a VTuber on there for furry. Yeah, there's a handful that you could easily do. Just surprised it hasn't happened yet. What OST is this? Way too lazy to check myself. This one, right now? This is... Oh, Miss Halford. Which is number 11 on the track list. Okay. Let me get on screen. Move out the way, you little creatures, for a second. So this one was posted in Olivia's fridge. Good old V8. Putting this one together. I fuck with you heavy. 70 pounds of gator ass. We love it. And then this one's from Flipossum for his fic. This is Red Airing, I believe it is. Very cool. Very cool. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and get this up on screen. Let me put Shiro at the top right, dancing. That way you guys have got something actually moving. And then we'll put Chat Livy at the bottom right. Neko's Diet Furry. Just be playing Abiotic Factor during the reading. It's at the very end of 1E1. Free trial. Nekos are for people who haven't succumbed to the allure of anthro men/women yet. True. Trish, why your bombaclat skinny rasclat skinny boyfriend steal all the beer can? Got a Nick treat from Bond today. Did me a yeehaw, I did. I'm not surprised. Put little Jake. I don't have little Jake in the scene. Hold up. Where the fuck is it? Shit. Let's see. Oh, shit. There we go. There we go. You can have him at the bottom left. I've been building a spreadsheet with the whole yapter. This whole yapter. Real and true Jake. This baby. Yeah, it took so long. I finished most of it. Yeah, this is like one of those hour-and-a-half yaps. Sort of a rarity. Look at him go. Exactly. All right. Go get your waters. Go do whatever you need to do, and then we'll be reading when I get back, all right? Get ready, motherfuckers. Ugh, I'm back. Yo, what the music doing? Oh, gold feather, okay. I'm all cozied up now too. Good and ready for a nice reading. It's good water. Wolf, wolf, bark, bark, wolf, wolf, bark, 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 bark. Who let the fucking dog in? Yo, can somebody get him? Can somebody grab him and take him back outside? What the hell? Let me make sure Discord's on my correct screen. Yep, we're good. Late night cringe humor. And Lanny is streaming something. Lanny bad. Must be blind, I don't see the dark mode option. Get your dog, man. I mean, I think when I changed mine, it was you have to go like profile settings or whatever. I don't remember. It's been fucking forever. Newspaper thwack. Yeah, get that motherfucker. Arf arf pet the Shih Tzu. Oh, I'm about to say my wolf ass is outside. It's still outside. You know what? Words are bad. I don't like words. All right. Ugh. What do you say, fuckers? Is it time? Is it time to read? Is it time to crack into chapter 17 of Punch Drunk Gator and then try to get through that in chapter 18? Must be it. Don't have an account on there. Yeah, I think you need an account to do that. Ugh. Seeing suspicion of Homo avoiding the who left the dogs out joke so he wouldn't be bombed. Look, there's just certain things I need to do. Holy shit, this track really is playing right now. That's insane. It's almost like it's fate. But unfortunately, we're gonna have to pause the music. We're gonna have to pause the music, Jake. It's gotta go bye-bye now. Ever say bye-bye, music. Say bye-bye, Goldfeather. Goldfeather, go bye-bye. See why it's hilarious. No, wait till it's over. Alright, fine. You guys can get till the end of Goldfeather and then we start. Tomorrow can't come soon enough. Fed up with working with ESLs. Good ambiance. It's nice ambiance, that's for sure. Yap 2 electric yapaloo. Guys, it'll be fine.
Dude, I don't trust you. I don't trust you, Jake. I don't think things will be fine. I think things are going to freaking suck in a minute here, and everything's gonna be sad. And I'm gonna wanna jump off of a freaking bridge.
It is very nice, isn't it? Very chill. Making me feel like me could go sleepy right now. Know what I mean? Hey, wait a minute. Why is that motherfucker watching my stream and his stream? Hold up a second. The preview shows my stream right now. And Lanny's stream. Do I have to go beat that dude's ass? There we go. Mixing ESLs will be a welcome change. I don't have to hear slurring Slavs. Can't wait for tomorrow. New ID for Limbus. Shit's crazy. No one for Goldfeather Plane. It may or may not be linked to this chapter. Big Punchies looks at you with my yap-shaped eyes. We read. I draw a chapter moment. That's the deal. Plans are aligning. All right. I think we're good to go now. We're at an hour 45 in. If we're doing 2 chapters tonight, that'll hopefully... I mean, this chapter looks like it's a bit on the shorter side of things. Like, let me see. How long was the last... This was... So it's shorter than the last chapter. Yeah, these 2 chapters are about the same length. I think we should be able to get through 2. Okay. Now for the moment you all have been waiting for. The moment that, like, most of you have actually clicked on the stream for. The part where we read. It's your favorite part. It's the best part, isn't it? Fart maxing. And with that, I stop looking at chat. Alright. Get a nice clearing of the throat. Alright. So... last we left off, Olivia was lighting us in the room. If we take a look at the previous chapter real quick, that would have been chapter 16, Three's a Crowd. And let's see. What all happened to this? This one was, I believe, we went out to eat with Liz. At the tower. Yep, that was this one. So now we're heading back to Olivia's house, and we are going to go into Olivia's room. So that's your little refresher on where we are in the story. And now we're going to go ahead and get into this next chapter. So here we go. Chapter 17. Relapse. Olivia's room is pretty much what I expected, honestly. Well, for the most part anyway. I thought there'd be more nerdy stuff. Either way, it was pleasant to finally be in there and absorb it all. The scents in her room were a heady mixture of fake floral candle smells and paint. Band posters and paintings of all shapes, colors, and sizes cover the walls. Perhaps unsurprisingly, there were no chairs in the room, but there was a comfy as fuck beanbag, which turns out to be my favorite place to hang out. Seeing Guts was fun again, too. She also showed me this fun little box that had a bunch of personal knickknacks she's collected over the years inside of it. The most standout one to me was this radical as fuck looking Zippo lighter that Randy apparently used to own. I've started sleeping over at the Payne house pretty frequently. And by frequently, I mean every day. My apartment is... fine. But the Paynes basically treat me like another member of the family at this point. It makes me happy. Randy and Sophia were perturbed when they asked if they needed to call my parents to make sure it was okay if I could stay over. They gave each other a look that I can't quite describe when I told them I lived by myself. Not wanting to draw suspicion from either of them, I gladly accepted sleeping on the couch, which actually turned out to be a folding bed anyway. Neat. Of course, Livia would frequently sneak out of her room and cuddle up with me at night. She's a damn good cuddler. Her bellowing is so relaxing, it's insane. The vibes are immaculate, especially since it started to snow here and there lately. As a bonus, Vinny makes a great alarm clock. Aside from that, Olivia's finally gotten around to showing me some of the shows that we've talked about. Fighting Spirit being one of them, which Olivia has now begun to exclusively call Hajime no Ippo. Apparently that's its real name in Japanese. She also insists on watching them in Japanese, with subtitles on. It was a little hard to get used to, but she absolutely insists it's the best way to watch them, so who am I to argue? She knows more about this shit than me. But, alas, school still exists, and right now I'm waiting for art to end. Normally I'd be thrilled to be in here, but Yadkins has been out for a week and a half, and we've been stuck with some old crackhead-looking asshole named Mr. Triggums. No talking, but we can do literally whatever the fuck we want. So, Olivia and I have been texting instead, and she's been doodling little stories like a champion. Our current adventure is actually her just deciding to slip me into the Fighting Spirit universe. Olivia sends a doodle of me posing up against Takamura, and we're both mean-mugging the shit out of each other. Jesus, Takamura would fucking kill me. There's no fucking way I would ever willingly fight Takamura. I'd die. Probably, but it'd be a good fight anyway, I think. You know they have weight classes for a reason, right? Yeah, but it's fiction. We can have a little fun. Oh, crap, teacher. Don't want to lose my phone. Olivia's looking at me, and I give her a solemn nod. Unfortunately, another tragic truth of Mr. Tregum's unlawful rule is that he won't let Olivia and I scoot our desks together. Some dystopian-ass shit. I distract myself by reading back through our conversations, looking at all the old doodles and some actually really good drawings. I've been saving pretty much all of them. I'm torn out of my thoughts by the school intercom clicking on, buzzing for a brief moment.
Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Would Jerome Clarkson please come to the office? Thank you.
It clacks quiet again. They've been doing this all day, too. Just calling random students to the office. My phone buzzes quietly, and I realize it's from Olivia. Never mind, Teach is acting weird today. Is he? I glance up at him. Sure enough, he's not paying attention to us in the slightest. He's just digging through Yadigan's desk, looking for something. I slowly become aware of a disquieting feeling in my gut. This is weird. It's felt off all day. I respond to Olivia's text. I feel weird about this. Like something bad's gonna happen. What do you mean? I don't know. But I feel like I've gone through something like this before. It's giving me deja vu, the bad kind. Hope it's just a feeling. It's only because of the short day. I do too. Right. The short day. Everyone's a little wigged out about it, to be honest. There's no holiday or anything. They didn't announce this would be happening. The bell rings then, drawing me out of my sinking feelings. Olivia and I immediately dart out of the room, and she looks up at me as we go down the halls together. Early lunch today.
You okay?
I stare down at her, uneasy. I think so. I don't know what the hell's going on, I just feel weird. Her hand finds mine, and she smiles. I return it, but we otherwise walk to our table in silence. I'm not really hungry. In fact, quite the opposite. I'm a little sick to my stomach. The intercom clacks on one more time, calling yet another person. Only makes this roiling feeling in my gut worse. What the fuck is going on? Thankfully, I'm at least provided some distraction by my friends at the table. Liz's head is in the rafters, munching away on her usual assortment of leaves, so at least she's hungry. Olivia, however, has procured this strange grabby claw toy in the shape of a crimson parasaur's head, which she uses to prod at Liz, who attempts to fruitlessly bat it away every time it happens. She never brings her head down, though. Damien is currently incessantly yapping as he always does, giving us a play-by-play rundown of his day so far. Despite it, I'm lost in my own thoughts. I can't ignore the strange feelings. I must be bumming the vibes at the table, because Damien finally looks over at me, an eyebrow cocked in concern. You okay, D? You seem a little out of it. Shit. Use my actual name? That means he really is concerned. I glance at him. Yeah, I'm alright. I'm just thinking about shit. Today's weirded me out a lot. At that, Liz's head actually lowers down, frowning.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, actually. I was talking to Principal Scalar this morning while running some errands for Stuco, and she was really out of it.
I cock an eyebrow. Out of it? She nods.
Yeah, like she didn't want to be here today. I tried to pry, but she clammed up really hard. Never seen her like that before.
I feel the lump in my gut drop even further. I can't be around them right now. Olivia was mid-quip about bad coffee as I scoot my chair back and stand up, causing everyone to look at me in confusion. I gotta use the bathroom. Liz and Damien buy it, but I can tell Olivia doesn't. Not even for a second. She looks at me with no small amount of concern as I turn and walk off into the halls. I'm not going anywhere in particular. I just Need to think. I do pull out my phone and shoot a message to Olivia. I'll be in Procklings, okay? I just need some alone time right now. Okay? I love you. I love you too. I shove my phone away and wander the halls aimlessly, trying to figure out what the fuck these feelings mean, and where I felt them before. I hate them. They're making me angry. Really bad kind of angry. I must look like it too, because a few people I do pass in the hall seem to flinch and shrink away from me when they see my expression. Part of me wants to apologize, but I'm afraid if I open my mouth, I'll spit something vitriolic and hateful out instead. So, I just ignore them. The intercom clacks off again.
Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Would Olivia Halford please come to the office? Thank you.
My legs almost topple out from under me. Why would they call her? What the fuck is going on? I lean against the wall of lockers and slide down until I'm in sitting position. The anger's gone now. It's replaced with anxiety, worry. I sit there until the lunch bell finally rings and I rise to my feet to get to Prockling's class. My thoughts are swirling during class. I can't focus on whatever it is she told us to do. But then again, it wasn't much. Even Prockling seems out of it. She just told us to open our books to a page and read. She never does that. She always lectures, always. But there she is, sitting at her desk zoning out. I'm drawn out of my inner turmoil once again by the intercom.
Would Default please come to the office? Would Default please come to the office? Thank you.
My blood runs cold. I don't even wait for Prockling to give me the go-ahead. I just stagger out of my desk and start making my way towards the office. The only companion I have is the sound of my boots against the tile. I have to know what's going on. I need to. As I round the corner, I nearly smash into someone, but we both recoil away from each other before the impact. It's Ben. He looks up at me, but he's not startled. In fact, his expression is one I can't place. It doesn't look good, though. He scans my eyes and his expression seems to twist up even further. I can't stop myself from reaching out and grabbing his shoulders. Ben, what the fuck is going on? He jerks his gaze away, opening his mouth as if he's going to answer, but nothing comes out. He closes his jaw and wrenches out of my grasp, hurriedly pacing down the hall. I don't even try to stop him. I can only watch him go. My gut feels like a lead weight right now. Nothing to do but keep going. I arrive at the office and find the door wide open. A familiar deep voice beckons me in.
Come in, Mr. Folt.
I step inside the office. It's a mess. Folders thrown across the desk haphazardly, filing cabinets left hanging open, dying plants. But I don't keep my focus for that long. Sitting behind the desk is Mr. Ferris. Normally he's a positive sight for me, but right now he just looks like the Grim Reaper. He gestures to the empty chair across from him.
Have a seat.
I lower myself in the cheap plastic chair, staring at him intently.
How have you been, D?
My voice comes out shaky. God damn. Mostly well? He peers at me. He knows that I know something's up. He lowers his head, closing his eyes and heaving out a gentle sigh. What? He opens his eyes, looking down at one of the documents spread out across the desk. His voice comes out clinical.
I have news for you regarding your instructor for AP Art Design and Photography.
My breath is wrenched out of me. I swallow heavily. Manage to choke out words. Mr. Yadigan? He nods.
Yes, Mr. Yadigan, a fine teacher, if student servers were anything to go by. He spoke very, very highly of you. Did you have a strong relationship with him?
Oh, God. Oh, God. Did? Spoke? Fuck. 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 My hands start shaking in my lap, and I manage the equally shaky nod. Very... Mr. Ferris... What happened? I lean forward, looking up at him in desperation. His jaw tightens and his brow furrows sadly as he watches me. No. 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 No, 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 no.
Over the last 2 years, Mr. Yadigan had been suffering from a rare form of chondrosarcoma that originated in his vertebrae.
The world drops out from under me, and I fall limply into my seat. I don't know what the first half of that word means, but the second, the thought cracks across my mind like a gunshot, as Mr. Ferris takes my stunned look for confusion and clarifies.
Bone cancer.
My entire body grows numb. The words echo to and fro in my skull, repeating ad nauseum until they become a dull, buzzing sound that drowns out everything around me. My breaths are shallow, uneven. Mr. Ferris's words become mute mumbling at the fringes of my senses, and I can only stare at the floor. And yet, a pair of sentences cut across the fog.
On Sunday, Mr. Yadigan was hospitalized due to the complications with his illness. He passed away the following morning.
It's happening again. I can't. Mr. Ferris cuts himself off as I stagger to my feet, bile rising in my throat. I need to go. A look of alarm flashes across his face as I exit the room. My entire body feels like pins and needles are being jabbed into them. My lungs burn angrily as I struggle to breathe. I don't know where I'm going. I just need to get away. I slam into the lockers as I round the corner, nearly collapsing. Using them as support, I drag myself down the hallway. My legs are turning into jelly under me. A pair of voices I recognize manage to draw my addled attention to them as they shout my name in alarm. No. It's Ben and Olivia. I can't let them see me like this right now. My legs find strength as I flip around and break into a panicked sprint away from them. I hear them calling my name still. Olivia sounds heartbroken, desperate. It hurts. I keep running until I make it to one of the school's side entrances. I shoulder check the doors open and flee down the path. My lungs burn and ache as I suck in the freezing air. It started snowing again. When I finally stop, I collapse on my hands and knees in front of a staircase, panting and gasping quietly. The pile in my throat pushes its way up, and soon becomes a torrent of fresh vomit which paints the thinly snow-carpeted ground in a sickly greenish yellow. I push myself back and collapse onto my backside, trying my best to gather my roiling thoughts as I heave. I feel my phone in my pocket buzzing. I don't want to look at it. I stare up the staircase and slowly, even with my addled mind, realize where I am. The fountain. Yadigan's words ring through my mind. And you better help. I didn't. I failed Olivia. I failed Yadigan. I failed my mother. My old familiar friend boils up along the back of my neck. Resentment, rage, fury. My hands come up and grip the sides of my head, nails digging into the skin. My labored breathing comes interspersed with quiet snarling and muttered curses as I rock back and forth, before I suddenly wrench my head up to the sky and roar into the heavens. There are no words, just anger. A long, drawn-out scream that rings off of the trees and into the air. I try to stand, but collapse to the side and catch myself with my arm. Fuck. I raise a fist up and punch it down, slamming it into the concrete below me. A dull pain rings throughout my hand, one that serves to quiet the buzzing thoughts in my head ever so slightly. I lift up my fist again, and back down it comes. Fuck! Blood drips down from my knuckles as the skin is shorn off down to the muscle below. It's not enough. Fuck! With one final blow and a sickening crack, I feel the bones in my hand fracture. Rivulets of blood leak down my fingers, painting the snow a macabre crimson as I sit myself back up and stare dully down at it. Anger's gone now. Just feel numb. Broken. Pain in my hand pulses across my entire body with my heartbeat. A sound I'm very familiar with enters the fringes of my hearing. A gentle metal creaking. Olivia's wheelchair. I can't look at her. I can't bring myself to do it. I just sit there as she slowly gets closer, until she finally sees me. Or at least I think she does, judging from the gasp that rips out of her as she takes in my crumpled form. Her voice is frantic, pleading.
D?
She rapidly wheels her way next to me, and another gasp escapes her, which raises into soft, alarmed cry. She sees what I've done to myself. I weakly turn my head to look at her. She's horrified, worried, sorrowful, confused. She looks like she wants to jump out of her chair and squeeze me tight, but she's afraid that if she does, I'll break apart into 1,000 pieces. My voice is hoarse, torn up from screaming. It happened again.
What?
I failed Olivia.
Who?
You, the Anakin, my mother, everyone, myself. My head sinks and I'm left staring at the floor again. I can't bear to look at her. This is who I really am. Not Deep, the punk from out of town. Just Dorian, the angry fuck-up. Olivia's reply comes in the form of a soft hiss, laced with admonishment.
D? Why?
I look back up at her, repeating the question softly. Why? Her brow is furrowed, and her expression is twisted into a hurt grimace. She's been crying, but more tears threaten to spill from her eyes.
Yes, why? I thought you trusted me.
My eyes widen and I recoil slightly as the wind gets knocked out of me. My eyes begin to well up as I look up at her. What am I even doing? God. I'm sorry. The words seize in my throat as a sob rips out of me. At that moment, Olivia slides out of her chair and falls next to me, carefully wrapping me in her arms as her own tears finally escape down her face. Despite it, her voice is firm.
You stupid idiot. You've told me yourself so many times. We're a team. A team. I'm your Silverlight. Remember?
I shakily wrap the arm with my good hand around her as I bury my face into her shoulder, weeping quietly as I choke out a strangled whisper to her. It hurts. All the memories. It's too much. She squeezes tighter, muttering directly into my ear.
But you remember what I said to you that day in your apartment, right?
My breath hitches. I remember. I'll be here for you. It draws forth new sobs. Louder ones. She was here the entire time. I was going to push her away. No, I did push her away. She needed me. She needed me and I ran. But she's here now. Even still. Fuck. What am I doing? This isn't rock bottom all over again. If I just kept going until it happened again. The roof. God, I just feel so fucking stupid. I try to formulate words, but all I can push out through the tears is, I'm sorry. She gently shushes me as she pulls away, looking me in the face. Even still, fresh tears make their way down her eyes.
I'm hurting too, D. I know. But we don't need to hurt alone. You haven't failed anyone. Not yet. That'll only happen if you give up. I know what that feels like. And I'm not letting you sink into that hole like I did too.
I slowly start calming myself down as she glances down at my ruined hand and sighs shakily.
Why did you do that?
I follow her gaze and a rattling sigh of my own makes its way out of me. I wanted it to stop. She shakes her head sadly.
You know, you're actually gonna have to go to the hospital for that, right?
I look down at it. Great. Fucked up my dominant hand too. This is gonna be annoying. Yeah. She huffs quietly, looking up at the stairs.
Why'd you even come here?
I shrug. I don't know. I had no clue where I was going when I was freaking out. Maybe it was subconscious or something. I glance up at her. Why'd you come here? She continues looking up at the stairs.
I was going to see the fountain.
I sit up slightly. Huh? There's no way to get up there with a wheelchair. What? Olivia, how? She stares down at me intently.
I would have figured it out.
I shake my head, frowning. Or got yourself killed, more likely. Raptor Christ. Now I'm actually glad I had a panic attack and ran here. She gently bats me in the shoulder that didn't also have my injured hand attached to it.
Shut up, dork.
I swallow heavily, glancing up the stairs. What a fucking day. She hums quietly, looking at me. She's still sad, but there are hints of other things there. Amusement. I don't have time to ponder it as she speaks.
Dorian.
I grimace just a little. That's my name. I cock an eyebrow at her. You didn't think my first name was actually just D, did you? She shakes her head, a soft little smile tugging at the corners of her mouth.
No, but Dorian?
I shrug sadly. My mom's choice. I stopped going by Dorian after she died. Just reminded me too much. Still does. Please, just keep calling me D. Okay? She nods, gently taking my uninjured hand into hers and glancing briefly at the other. The bleeding had slowed. I grunt quietly. How am I gonna explain this? She runs her thumb across my palm,
don't think you should lie about it. Mr. Ferris was talking about the district providing therapists, you know. They could help with this.
I snort. Yeah, sure. A shrink, that's what I need. Olivia furrows her brow.
Hey, they help. I'm not saying you have to, but just think about it, okay?
I sigh quietly. Okay. I will. I shift gently, prying my good hand out of Olivia's and using it to push myself to my feet. She watches me rise and then uses her tail as an anchor to deftly pivot herself and push up into her chair. And suddenly my phone rings, its ringtone blaring out in the sounds of the snow around us. I awkwardly pull it out my right pocket with my left hand and look at the caller ID. Dad. Great. But the school called him after I ran out like that. Poor Mr. Ferris, probably scared him to death. Well, here we go. I answered the call and lifted up to my head. Almost immediately, I hear my father's panicked voice. Dorian? Oh my God, are you okay? I grunt quietly. Yes. Well, no, but I'm not dying or anything. What happened, son? Someone from your school called me out of the blue and asked if I could get into contact with you. They told me that what happened with your teacher, Dad, well, it's not fine, but I don't want to talk right now, okay? I'm okay. Well, a pause. He speaks, nervous. Well, what, Dorian? I grimace, even if he can't see it. I had another one. I can hear him hiss quietly, cursing to himself before he composes himself. He's worried. Did you hurt yourself? I swallow heavily. Yes. A rattling sigh escapes him. Not a good sound, Pops. How bad? I stare down at my bloody hand, the grimace not leaving my face. I punched the concrete a few times. Broke my hand, I'm pretty sure. A sharp inhale. His voice is shaky. Oh, Dorian. I'm so sorry, son. Fucking shit. Tears sting the edges of my eyes again. It's not your fault, Dad. My girlfriend helped me out of it before I could do something worse to myself. He pauses. Girlfriend? I take a deep breath, steadying myself. Yeah, distract him. Yes. He sounds unsure. An actual girlfriend? Not the thing you had with what's the name, Vicky? I glance down at Olivia, who was currently on her phone too, seemingly texting someone. Jesus, Dad. No, not like the thing I had with Vicky. She briefly stops texting, glancing up at me from the corner of her eye as a singular brow raises very gently. Great. That'll be fun to explain. Okay, son. That's good. Is she still with you? Yeah. Okay, good. Where are you right now? Park near my school. Stig Equestrian. Alright, I'll call your school back and let them know I talked to you, okay? Please, go to the hospital and get your hand looked at. I will. I love you, son. You know that, right? I know, Dad. I love you too. Alright. Call me after you're out of the hospital, okay? I will. Good. Bye, kiddo. I blow out a long, sustained breath. I wish I wasn't such a shit son to him. He doesn't deserve it. I slip my phone back into my pocket on my left side for easier access later. I glance down at Olivia, who looks back up at me as the conversation finishes.
Your dad sounds nice.
I nod, swallowing the lump that had formed in my throat. He is. I treat him like shit. Just another reason I don't like myself. She huffs quietly, frowning at me.
Stop that. It's bad enough when I did it myself. But it really hurts, but it hurts really bad when you do it.
I cringe a little. Sorry. Who are you texting?
Liz, she's coming to get us, and to take you to the hospital.
I frown. Great. Bet Damon's gonna be with her too. Now everyone gets to see this. She looks up at me, unamused.
It was bound to happen sooner rather than later, Sir Punch-a-Lot. By the way, Vicky?
I groan, cupping my good hand to my face. Look, it's just an old thing I had with this raptor chick from my last school. That's all it was, a thing. It's years old at this point. She hums quietly, leaning back in her chair.
Okay. I won't ask.
I grunt quietly. Good. She was a bitch anyway. That draws an amused snort out of her as she looks up at me, but says nothing. We look through each other's eyes for a little while, before I find my gaze wandering back up the stairs. We'll get you up there. I'll get you up there. I look back down at her, voice wobbling a bit. I'll try to get better. It's gonna be hard for me, Olivia. I don't know if I'll ever be as good as I want to be. She smiles sadly, reaching over and taking my good hand once again.
You and me. But even if we never get better, I'll still love you. Just like you love me and all my flaws. That's what Yadikin would want for us.
I return the smile. It's not just us anymore, you know. We can add Damon and Liz to the team. I know how much Damien cares about you. And Liz is getting there too. Some of the lingering sadness leaves her eyes.
I know. Damien cares about you too, you know. I think ever since you took him down in wrestling that day, he's had a little man crush on you. I think all the Banes care about you, actually. I overheard Uncle Randy and Aunt Sophia talking about you a few times. They were saying good things.
A sting of regret flashes through me. Sure. But how will they feel when I see what I did to myself? Must be making a face, because Olivia's hand squeezes just a little.
Hey, don't make that face. They'll understand.
Another shaky sigh escapes me. I need to work on hiding my facial emotions. I hope so. Part of me wants to kiss her, but I can't. Not right now. The pain pulsing through my hand right now is enough to keep the worst of my fucked up thoughts in my head away. But I know this won't last forever, and then I'll be right back to sinking again. This is how it works with me. I've always had to hurt myself to make it stop, until at one point I realized I could hurt other people too. But with this broken fist, there's no chance I'm ever going to be able to go to the pit and fight. I'm just going to get worse again. Fuck. I don't want her to see me do this to myself. There's a reason I never wear shorts shorter than knee height. My thighs are riddled in old scars. I used to cut. A lot. It was the one place I knew I could hide them. It's worked so far. I don't want to go back to doing that. I have to tell her. I have to make sure I don't start again. My hand suddenly grips hers tighter, and I look at her intently. My tone is almost desperate. Olivia. She looks up at me, worried.
Is it happening again?
I shake my head. No. Not yet. But it will. I need you. I need you to take this. I gently pry my hand away from hers and slip my pocket knife out, holding it out to her. She looks shocked, staring at it for a few beats until she looks up at me. There's a pained expression, one laced with a wordless question. Why? I swallow heavily. Please, just take it. Do something with it. Hide it. Throw it away. I don't care. Otherwise, I'm afraid I'm going... She gently reaches out and takes it from me, slipping it into her hoodie pocket. She wheels forward a bit, wrapping her arms around my waist and burying her face into my stomach. I can tell she wants to cry again. I gently lift my good hand and place it on the top of her head, staring up at the sky as tears threaten to spill out of my eyes again. When I get out of the hospital, Can you ask the Paynes if I can stay with them? I can't be alone in my apartment, and I don't have anywhere else to go. She nods, leaning back and looking up at me with watery eyes.
I know they'll say yes. They're too nice not to. Especially if I ask. Rainey will pick you up from the hospital too. Okay?
I shut my eyes, trying and failing to keep the tears from falling as I nod. When I get back from the hospital, I need to show you something. Olivia is about to respond when I hear Liz's voice call out to us. We both turn and, sure enough, there she is. And Damien too. They're both worried as fuck, which is replaced by panic as they see blood trails I've left behind leading back up to my hand. Damien looks at me, and his face screws up sadly. He's heartbroken. Holy fuck. That's not a look I ever needed to see. I manage a strained smile as Olivia and I make our way towards them, and I pat his shoulder gently. That's not a good face, Damien. Doesn't suit you. His bottom lip quivers for a moment before he suddenly lunges out and wraps me into a tight hug, knocking a grunt of surprise out of me. His voice is quiet, strained, but glad. You had me so worried, dude. I was fearing the worst, man. Shit. Here come the tears again. I'll try to keep my voice steady. It's not that big of a deal, big guy. He wrenches me back gently and to look at me in the eyes. He's not crying, but he sure looks like he wants to. It is! It is a big deal! I feel like a fucking idiot for not seeing this sooner. You're my best friend, D. Those two words knocked the wind out of me. Best friend? I am? I guess he is my best friend. Liz steps over, placing a hand on my shoulder and smiling sadly.
I wish I had seen it too, Dee. I'm sorry. But we can help you now, you know? Neither you or Olivia have to be alone with this.
Her gaze turns to Olivia, who's watching this display with a small smile on her face. Their eyes meet, and they both share a nod. Another sob rips its way out of me as the dam bursts again. Damien pulls me back into his embrace, and both Liz and Olivia come forward and wrap their arms around me, forming a circular embrace around me. Liz actually curls her neck around the group several times, pulling us even tighter. It draws a shaky laugh out of me, even as I cry. Brachio hugs. I think I'll be okay. I hope. God. I fucking hope.
Bing, 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 bong, bing, bong. Chapters is done. Oh, I need a big hydration for that one. I kind of felt like I needed a little bit at the end there, but I was like, no, I gotta keep powering through right now. Can't stop the emotion.
Slightly shorter than usual, but I felt like the moment warranted. Happy Whiny Wednesday.
There you go, fellas. Good old chapter. Only a little emotional trauma as a treat. I feel like this chapter hits really close. It's a good one. Fuck me, I am sad now. The big sad just hit me. Look, Jake, everybody's sad now. You did the thing. You made everybody sad. Congratulations. Shorter than I thought. Yeah, it was a little bit on the shorter end. If you look at, like I said, my way to measure is like the bar here. So if the bar is shorter than usual, or smaller than usual, it's a longer chapter. If it's bigger, it's a I think I got it all fucked up. Shorter or smaller bar means longer chapter, bigger bar means shorter chapter. There we go. So the last chapter and this chapter are roughly the same length vertically. Oh. It was closer than I would have liked. Fuck. The show of good writing. Great job with your voices. Round of applause for him. A breakdown in emotion. Very believable. Voices on point as usual. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I do a little bow. It's only a matter of time before I get so into it I start crying. And then you guys get to hear the cry emotions. Oh. Good night, chat, Mr. Streamer. Alright. Night, yeah. Rest easy. Oh. That motherfucker Jake hasn't said anything. That motherfucker better still be here. I'm reading his goddamn fic. There he is. My face when my router restarted right at the end. Ah, I see. Once again, getting owned by your ISP, huh? Well, I guess that's not necessarily your ISP. That's just your fucking router, isn't it? Ah. Ah la la la. The glowies are taking every opportunity they can to kick me. Well, at least hopefully you got most of it there. That's a badge of honor for any writer right there. Cry for us. Don't worry, I'll force the tears out at some point. Ah. Where are we at time-wise? 2.5 hours? So that took like, what? Probably about an hour, maybe a little less. So this next chapter ought to go for about the same length, so like another hour. Which means we should be having a crisp 3.5 hour stream tonight. Good shit, good shit. Jump over to the Discord real quick, checking a couple things. Now that gamer subs did not give me as much energy as I would have hoped. Then again, it also has been 2.5 hours since I drank it, so
I guess it's kind of like one of those things where maybe it makes sense that it would be petering out at this point.
Fucking marksman parade. I honestly don't ever get fully sad when it comes to moments like these in movies, fix and whatnot. I always have either smile or somber smile while feeling positively somber to describe it. I mean, everybody feels things differently, right? There's a couple of different themes that can happen in like a story that'll definitely get me on the teary side of things. Mentor type stuff and parents and their kids, like familial connections can usually resonate pretty hard for me. It's why E3 made me cry, and why the closest I got to crying in E1 was when Olivia's dad walks in and looks at her. did I almost get you? I was okay for the most part. I mean, it's sad. It do a little hurty, but I gotta lean into it. I gotta draw out that emotion. You know what I mean? I gotta draw out the tears because my boy was crying there, so I gotta get close to crying. Ugh. Works for me. Damn right it works for you, motherfucker. Method acting counts. Exactly. I must let the character flow through me. And if flowing tears is what must happen, flowing tears is what must happen. The only thing that sucks about me when it comes to crying is that it takes me, like, I have a long recovery. Because once I start crying, that shit does not stop. It is hard. It is hard to pump the motherfucking brakes. That's why when it's why it took me so long to recover when I was doing the E3 and I had to have Jeremy basically read the whole fucking like scene for me. That shit hurty. That shit hurty. Oh.
Sorry.
You're not sorry, motherfucker. You know damn well you meant to do that. I have no idea how you get through these things without a deep breath. Well, at this point, I've been doing it for fucking shit, like 6 months. So reading's one of those things that I've gotten a little better at. Ugh. Bah. Yeah, alright, I meant to make you guys cry, sorry. But it's good crying. Is it though? I hope so. Yeah, I think everybody needs like a minute or two before we roll into this next chapter. They need to digest just like fucking Dodoyodo is doing. This one's rough too. Well then, yeah, even more of a reason to give him a chance. Younger me would have cried a lot during these fics. 19 plus me, you rarely ever see me cry. More commonly shed a couple of tears here and there. Like I said, for the most part, I can usually like power through stuff without crisscross crying. But there definitely are a couple buttons that once they get pressed, my ass is going to be waterworks. Y'all ain't ready for chapter 25. That's all I'm saying. Turbo tears time. Well, they aren't ready because I also... Let's see. Hold up a sec. Let me think for a second. So, with where we are right now, we're chapter 18. So we have 1, 2... So, after chapter 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Honestly, if... Don't take this as a promise. But if I'm able to get myself to actually be awake on Sunday and Monday, the next time we read Punch Drunk, we may be able to go 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. There's a possibility we might be able to do that. And part of the reason for that would be if we're starting at 8:30, I have more time to read before it gets super late. So, but again, that's only if I can get both the Sunday and Monday read going. As you guys know, the Sunday reads have been very absent recently. But these chapters are usually, on average, about an hour. So if we have a bit of a shorter yap, maybe like a 30 to 45 minute yap, reading 3 chapters will do 3 hours. And one of them is a fucking bloody knuckle interlude, so that one would be pretty quick. That'd be what? 3.5 to 4 hour stream? 2 in a row with reading? I think I could do that. And plus it would be funny to watch Jake sweat. And then we can focus on None in the Chamber and other fics as well. So, you know, Maybe something to look forward to. Hopefully I can get back at Jake with what I got cooking. Oh, fuck my ass, got it right. Calling BS right now. Pillow's wet from crying, asshole. Putting a QT on Jake with that. Yeah, it's kind of funny to watch him sweat a little bit. The possibility of that lightens up the mood heavily. I gotta write Judy. I gotta write booty hole stretching. I gotta write 25. I gotta write so much. Lord have mercy. What was the second one? Oh, that's just the smut fic that Langy has commissioned. Where Ben's hole is gonna get dilated. Don't forget the schizo fic as well. Wait, there's a schizo fic in the works? I knew about the Judy and the fucking Ben one. And obviously this one's going, but there's a Judy fic? There's, or no, no, I just said Judy. There's no schizo fic. Okay. Funny finger tappies. You know, at some point I gotta set up the fucking ASMR stream. I've got, like I've said, I've got all the stuff. I'm just a lazy asshole. That'd be such an easy stream night too, is the thing. I would just have to like fucking just go in and, hey everybody, how are you doing? Fuck yourself. And then do a bunch of noises for like an hour, and I can just clock out early. I'd be like, all right, later fuckers. Woo! Dilated by who? Dordian. Oh yeah, new Dark Langy lore. Dropped in the VC tonight. What is the Dark Langy lore? There's no schizofic in Bossing Say. I want to be privy to Dark Langy lore. Let me stretch just a little bit here. Get my legs. Oh, that's a lot of popping. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. Wheel back under my fucking desk. We were hanging out in VC and he said something about eating and dropping his mayo on his underwear, so he turned on his camera and it's fucking Miracle Whip and not mayo. What? Huh? It's not a surprise at this point, but still Miracle Whip. Fucking Lanny. Son of a bitch. I can only associate Miracle Whip with that one video of that fat kid just eating Miracle Whip out of the jar straight up. We made him watch that as well. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. I gotta go load my shotgun real quick. Give me a second, fellas. Die, bitch. Bot assassinated. We win. We win those. Ugh. And the fact that there's still fucking 30 of you around here is crazy. Y'all like your fucking gator, huh? Like that little punch drunk gator shit, don't you? Is that what the kids call it these days? I fucking guess so. Miracle Whip. With Miracle Weep. I actually don't know the video you guys are talking about. You're gonna have to like fucking link it to me later. The Miracle of Whip. Aim for the face. Alright. Oh. I'll send it in Discord. Alright, cool. I'll check it after stream. Ugh. Can I pop my... Yeah, pop my knuckles here. Oh, I can't pop my neck. You know, sometimes I can like flex my chest and that'll pop too. Ugh. And that one's usually like a fucking loud one. Alright. Well, I think it's time to get this shit rolling again, don't you guys? Got another hour on the docket here. Whew. Sitting here at work taking pictures of mattresses and corner tables. I need this stream. Not thinking this chapter would bring up some Pastron bullshit. Well, hopefully this next chapter doesn't also assassinate you, because Jakey Boy said this one hurt you too. Sent it in a meme channel in Discord and added you. Alright.
Much appreciated, brother. Much appreciated.
Alright. Here we go. Let's go ahead and get this going so that we can put this stream on the books for tonight, yeah? Here we go. Chapter 18. Necessary Conversations. Olivia wanted to wait with me at the hospital, but she needed a rest. So, with Damon's cajoling helping me, I made her go home. Besides, it would probably help my case more if she actually asked Randy and Sophia face to face instead of just over the phone. Thankfully, according to the x-rays, the injury isn't as bad as it looks. Just a few fractures in my hand. I'll have to keep it in a cast for a month or two. Unfortunately, as I feared, they questioned how it happened. Olivia didn't want me to lie, but... Sorry, Silverlight. I can't deal with it that way right now. I hate doing it, but I lied to them, saying I just went too hard during boxing practice. The doctor buys it, chastises me for it, and leaves the room for a brief moment to grab the materials for the cast. My phone had buzzed a couple times while I was here, but seeing as I was busy with the medical staff, I haven't had time to look. Now's as good a time as any. Hey, they said yes. Randy's on his way to get you. He said he'll just wait in the lobby. Alright, I'm almost done anyway. Doc just left the room to get stuff for the cast. You okay? Still really sad, but I'll get better once you get here. I will be too. See you soon, Silverlight. Love you. Love you too. Shit. Texting with one hand is hard. A rattling sigh escapes my lungs. Will she still love me after I show her the scars? Will she still love me after I inevitably freak out again in front of her? Will she still love me after... How long until you hurt her too? The venom-filled barb from that dream stings across my thoughts painfully. Fuck off. I'd sooner throw myself off a fucking roof before I do that. Thankfully, I'm not forced to think about it for very long as the doctor comes back in. My hand is set, and I get an appointment to come back for follow-up x-rays in about a week and a half. They send me on my way, and considering Randy's probably only left his house a few minutes ago, I'm not surprised when I'm out in the lobby and don't see him there yet. It's fine. There's benches out front. Right. Dad wanted me to call him after I was done. I sit down and pull out my phone, hitting his contact number and raising it to my ear. It doesn't take long for him to pick up. Hey, kiddo. Everything okay? Yeah. Cast is on. Coming back for follow-up stuff in a week or so. How are you doing? He's not asking in the physical sense. Not great. Really bad. It's like back then, almost. Not as bad, but close. He sighs. Do you want to come back home? I start a little, my voice raising slightly before I check myself. No! No. Sorry, Dad, but that's like the last place I want to be right now. Dorian, I don't feel good about you being alone right now. I won't be. My girlfriend's folks are letting me stay with them. I hear him hum quietly. He sounds... pleased? Are they? Well, that's good. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm just curious. Human or dino? Dino? He chuckles softly.
The sound actually makes me feel a little better. I don't usually hear him happy like that.
Seems like you have a type, son. No offense.
I groan quietly. Dad. He snorts quietly.
I know. I'm just messing around. You mind if I speak to her folks? A dad, a mom, or whatever?
Sure, but they're her godparents, not actual parents. He pauses a little.
Oh, her parents?
I can sense the unspoken question, laced with wariness. Her dad just works a lot. They're old family friends. Her mom, I don't know. I haven't asked. She hasn't said anything. I don't want to pry.
I get it, kiddo. You just want to give me that number?
Yeah. Her godfather's coming to pick me up from the hospital right now, actually. I'll give it to him. I hear him clicking a pen idly.
Sounds good, kiddo.
I hear the sound of a door clicking and a woman's voice cutting through. He must be on a speakerphone in his office.
Mr. Fall, you have a client.
Well, I gotta go. Let your ghost folks know to call me and give it an hour and a half. Love you, kiddo.
Love you too, Dad. I should call him more often. I really should. After around 15 minutes or so, I finally spot Randy's car twisting around the corner and winding itself down the hospital's drive up, coming to a stop in front of me. I stand up and step towards the car, peering through the windows. It's just Randy. I crack open the door to the front passenger seat and slip in, minding my arm. The pain patriarch gives me a somber smile as I buckle myself in. Hey there, son. Ready to go? I nod, staring absentmindedly out the window as he starts driving his way back out onto the street. It's silent for a few minutes before I break it, turning to look at him. My dad wants to talk to you. Randy's brow raises ever so slightly as he briefly glances on me, but keeps his focus on the road. You said you lived alone, didn't you? I nod. Yeah, but he's the one paying for my apartment, and he's across the country. It'd be over phone. He gives a quiet, ah. Well, all right then. I turn back towards the window. I'll give you his number when we get to the house. You just got a client when I stop talking to him, though, so I'd wait an hour before you do. He hums. A client, huh? If you don't mind me asking, what does he do for work? Well, I'd let the cat out of the bag eventually, I guess. I chew the inside of my cheek for a moment before spilling the beans. He's the national account executive for Vertex Metals. Randy doesn't answer immediately, so I sneak a glance at him. His eyes are wide, fixed on the road. It takes him a few seconds to speak. Vertex Metals, as in precious metals company. The bullion dealers? Yes. He blows out a breath, chuckling quietly. Good gravy, I never would have guessed. I keep it that way on purpose. It's not something I like to flaunt. He nods. I understand that. I'll keep to myself, D. Don't worry. I sigh quietly, turning to look back out of the window. I appreciate it, Randy. The drive is silent the rest of the way, save for when he pulls into his driveway. I unbuckle and go to step out of the car, but he gently clasps his hand on my shoulder. I turn to stare at him, and he meets my eyes, smiling gently. My home is as open to you as long as you need it, son. I stare at him for a good, long while, words flying through my mind. I can only grab two, saying them as I nod. Thank you. He returns the nod and then unbuckles himself, and we both step out of the car. I look at him awkwardly, standing in the driveway as he goes up to the front door. I call out to him. Randy, I'll be a couple minutes. He glances back, curious. What's up? I rub the back of my neck, grimacing. I need to smoke real quick. Don't want to do it in your house. His eyebrows raise as he stops on the front step. He studies me for a few moments, and to accentuate the point, I slowly remove the pack from my pocket, along with the lighter. He peers at me for a little while longer, and then nods slowly. All right, son. I appreciate the courtesy. Don't be too long. It's cold out here. You want some hot cocoa? I shake my head, slipping a cigarette between my lips and lighting it. No thank you, Randy. I'm probably just gonna go into Olivia's room and rest with her after I give you my dad's number. He nods wordlessly, turning and heading inside the house. I wait for the door to close and then step over to the curb, lowering myself onto it and sitting down. I don't rush the smoke. I hear the door open and close behind me and soft footsteps crunching through the snow. Hey, man. You doing okay? It's Damien. His usual bombastic tone is soft. I take a soft pull and exhale the smoke through my nose. No. He sits next to me, leaning forward and resting his elbows on his knees. I figured. We sit there in silence as I continue to smoke. At least until I finally prefer a question. How's she doing? He sighs quietly. Not as bad. Still not great. You gotta give him like a second dad to her, you know? I flinch at his name. Just his fucking name. God damn it. I leave my cigarette in my lips as I lean forward to rest my forehead into the palm of my good hand. Yeah, I know. He was getting there for me, too. Damien reaches over and grips my shoulder. I'm sorry. You know we'll all be here for you, right? I nod and then look at Damien intently, plucking the cigarette back out of my mouth. I know. Damien, I need to ask you a favor. Anything, bro. I look at him with all the intent I can muster as he withdraws his hand from my shoulder. Are you sure? He cocks an eyebrow, frowning. I mean, yeah, within reason, I guess. I take one final draw of my cigarette and then snuff it out on the sidewalk. I'm gonna have another episode at some point. I know I will. A questioning look passes over his face before he briefly glances at my injured hand, wrapped in its cast. I nod at him. When I do, I'm probably gonna try and run off somewhere. I need you to stop me. His eyes widen slightly. Stop you? How? I shake my head. However you need to. You might have to hurt me. He flinches. Hurt you? I'm serious. You can't just get in my way and try to stop me from leaving. If you do, I'll probably hurt you. I won't be myself, Damien. He runs a hand through his hair, slumping over and staring off down the street. That's a lot, man. I reach over and tap his shoulder with my fist gently. I know it is. Like I said, though, you might have to hurt me. It isn't a guarantee. He huffs, looking back up at me. All right, let's get back inside. I'm gonna freeze my frills off out here. I nod and we both rise to our feet. Halfway to the door, I stop, planting a hand on Damien's shoulder. He turns to me, mildly shocked, but before he can get any words out, I pull him close and wrap him in a tight hug. He grunts in surprise but reciprocates, chuckling quietly. What's this about? What you said at the park, about me being your best friend. I appreciate that more than you could ever fucking know. I pull away, gripping his shoulder tightly and staring into his eyes intently. You're my best friend, too. I love you, man. I pull him back into the hug. After a few beats, I mutter into his ear. No homo. That rips a laugh out of him, and I can't help but smile a little, too. All contact finally ends as we step apart, and he's grinning from frill to frill. I smirk. Now that look, that's the loot that suits you the best. I wave my hand towards the door. Get in there before you get frostbite, you big fucking goofball. He continues laughing, turning and heading for the door as I follow behind him. Man, now I know why Olivia likes to cuddle up with you so much. You're warm, dude. Don't make it gay. I'm sitting in my recliner, idly watching the TV. I don't really register what's on it. My thoughts are on Dee and Olivia right now. The sigh creeps its way out of me just at the thought of it. Out of all of them, why did it have to be Trent? Well, it's just not fair like that, I guess. Poor kids. Okay, alright, so this is supposed to be... Got it. Yeah, thanks for the POV shift, Jake. I think this is supposed to be... Randy. Okay. I'm sitting in my recliner, idly watching TV. I don't really register what's on it. My thoughts are on Dee and Olivia right now. A sigh creeps its way out of me, just at the thought of it. Out of all of them, why did it have to be Trent? World's just not fair like that, I guess. Poor kids. Especially little Ace. Olivia. She was just starting to come out of that little shell she had built up, thanks to, well, Dee. That poor, poor boy. All on his lonesome out here. I dare say I might have some choice words for his father, but I don't know that man. Or what his family's going through. I reckon I'll find out when I had my little chat with him soon. Damien had gone out to sit with Dee while he smoked. Hurts me to see him like that, even if he isn't my son. When I first met him, I saw how lively he was. Comparing him to now, it's like I'm staring at two different people. The fire's in the voice is gone. The light in his eyes blinked out. The rigid pride he carried himself with crumbled away. It's heroin. Someone his age shouldn't look like that. I'm pulled out of my thoughts by the front door opening. My son and Dee walked through the threshold, quickly shutting it behind them. Judging from the little grin on Damien's face, and the fact that Dee looks a little less despondent, I suppose they had a good talk. I smiled at them warmly. Hey there, boys. Cold, ain't it? Damien sits on the couch, nodding, but Dee stands idly by, staring off into space. Sure is, Pops. Dee looks over at me. His normally intense expression instead flat and cold. He slides out his phone, tapping at it with his thumb. Let me get you my dad's number, Randy. I rise out of my chair with a quiet grunt and a sure thing, walking into the kitchen to grab a pen and paper. He follows me in and rattles the number off to me as I jot it down. Once I got it, he steps back and puts his phone away. Alright, I'm gonna go see Olivia now. Remember, wait a little while before you call him. Should only be like 45 minutes at this point. I nod. Alright, son. If you need anything, just let me know. He merely nods and turns away, heading to her room. He knocks, seemingly gets a response as he says his name, and then ducks inside. Some nagging little part of my brain wants to pop in there and tell him to keep it on the level, but that thought is quickly battered aside. Those kids aren't going to do anything like that right now. Not while they're grieving like that. They need time. I pick the sheet of paper up and set it next to the landline as I make my way back to my chair, sinking into it with a soft sigh. Damien looks over at me. You okay, Dad? I nod at him gently. Yep, just worried about those two. Same as you. He nods, frowning just a bit as he idly watches the TV. I only had Mr. Yadikin for one period, but man, he was so lively all the time, so passionate. Never think he was sick. Bone cancer? He gives out a sigh. Staring glumly at the floor. His brow furrows in confusion. When Mr. Ferris told me, I asked why he didn't get treatment for it. And he just didn't want any. Why? Why would he refuse that? Now home quietly. He wanted to go out doing what he loved, son. I picture him wasting away in a hospital bed on chemotherapy that might not even work. Horrid image, isn't it? He thought so too, I'm sure. No other reason why he denied it. Man like him, passionate as he was, he didn't want his fire to just fizzle out like that. He kept burning as bright as he could until he just couldn't anymore. That's what he wanted. Damon looks up at me, scratching the back of his head. I guess so. Doesn't really bum me out any less. I shake my head sadly. All we can do is cherish the memories he left behind now. Damien grunts a quiet confirmation as he settles into the couch and starts watching the TV. Damien. My son has always been a rock for others to lean on. I'm so proud of my boy. Vincent's still young, but I reckon he'll grow up to be a fine young man just like his brother. Speaking of which, I casually checked my watch. A few more hours till Vinny gets out of school. Gonna have to be careful with him. He's a good boy, but tends to be a little gung-ho. I'll have to be a little stern with him about it, I think. Sophia's out running errands. She won't be back for another hour at least. Around 30 minutes until I should call Dee's father. I lean back, adjusting my glasses gently as I try to turn my focus to the TV. Clock ticks slowly, but sure enough, it's time. With one final cursory glance at my watch, I rise from my chair. Damien looks at me curiously, so I answer his unspoken question. Call him Dee's pops. Gonna head to the bedroom. You can go ahead and put on some game or something if you like, son. He nods as I walk over to the landline and pluck the cordless phone out of its base, bringing the paper with me to my bedroom. I sit on the end of my bed and dial the number. Phone starts ringing. Oh, here we go, Randy. Showtime. Hello? Hi there, Mr. Falk. My name's Randy Payne. I'm the fellow that's having your son stay with us for a while. Please, call me Randy. Ah, Randy. Good to hear from you. Likewise, please call me Ignatius. Let me preface our conversation by saying I can't thank you enough for doing this. Ignatius, huh? Fanciful name. It's not an issue at all, Ignatius. Your son is a fine young man. A little troubled, I reckon, but a fine young man. He sighs quietly. More troubled than you know, I think. I hate to do this, Randy, but how well do you know the reason I sent Dorian to Volcadera in the first place? Ignatius. Dorian? That must be his full first name. Just fanciful, huh? Not too well. I figured it wasn't my place to pry. I appreciate that. I'll spare you the long and unpleasant story, but it all started when... His voice wavers a little. When my wife, Juno, his mother, passed a few years back. My heart skips a beat and my frills jitter gently. Good Lord. I'm so sorry. May I... He finished the thought for me. He's trying to keep his voice steady, but I can tell he's having trouble. Hellfire, this poor man. Cancer. I sigh sadly. Just like Trent. I assume that was his teacher. The school called me earlier today and told me suddenly ran out after the superintendent present at the school informed him. Yep, very same. Your boy and my goddaughter, they were very, very close with him. Despite the news, he sounds a little hopeful. So, he was doing good at the school prior? I reckon so. There was a period he was out sick for a couple days, but other than that, perfect attendance. His grades are all passing as far as I'm aware, and he hasn't had any disciplinary action taken against him. Oh, thank God, Randy. After my wife passed, Dorian got very, very bad. In a violent way. That gives me pause. I figured he was a little rough and tumble, scar and all, but violent? Yes, but he has episodes. I don't quite know what they are. I've tried to get him to see doctors, but he wants nothing to do with them. PTSD, panic attacks, whatever they are, they make him lose himself and run off. And if someone tries to stop him, he gets violent. Very violent. If nobody stops him and he gets away, I can hear him swallow heavily. He hurts himself. A lump drops in my stomach. I find myself voicing my thoughts out loud. So, his hand? Yes. I talked to him about that too. He punched the concrete until his hand broke, Randy. He sounds about ready to cry. I know how it must look as a father, sending my son across the country by himself, but I just didn't know what to do. I'm still grieving Juno. He pauses, composing himself. I can't grieve for Dorian, too. He needs help that I can't give him myself. This poor, poor man. I feel guilty for assuming wretched things of him earlier. Well, Ignatius, me and my family will do our best to help him. I promise you that. Randy, that would mean the world to me. Give whoever you need to my number, and you tell them to call me, and I'll give you every right I can feasibly give you to act as a guardian in my absence. I'll write letters, I'll get lawyers involved, whatever I need to do, I'll do it. Does your family need money, Randy? No, not at all. I wouldn't ask that of you. We're doing just fine. Plenty of space for him in our house. Alright, I won't press it. How's Dorian doing right now? He's with Olivia right now in her room. Olivia being my goddaughter. Right, his girlfriend, correct? How's she doing? Not well either, but better than him, I reckon. He sighs. Poor kids. Nobody should have to go through this, but Dorian? Twice? He'll make it, Ignatius. Me and my wife do our hardest to make sure of it. The eldest son, too. Thank you, Randy. You're more than I could ever give you. Bless you. I should go now. I have a meeting in 10 minutes I need to get ready for. All right. Don't be a stranger, Ignatius. He chuckles quietly, but there's a somber nature to it. I won't. Goodbye, Randy. Click. Damien opens his door and steps inside, and I follow right behind him, shutting it behind me. Randy's sitting in his recliner, and he looks over at us with that warm smile. Hey there, boys. Cold, ain't it? I want to smile back, but I just can't. Damien plops himself onto the couch and leans back as he responds to his father. I find my gaze wandering to Olivia's door absentmindedly. Sure is, Pops. I want to go be with her right now, but business first. Get it out of the way. I look at Randy. Let me give you my dad's number, Randy. He hefts himself out of his chair, wandering towards the kitchen. Sure thing. I follow him and slip my phone out as he grabs a pen and some paper. I dictate the numbers to him, and after he's written them down, I take a step back and slide my phone away. Alright, I'm gonna go see Olivia now. Remember, wait a little while longer before you call him. Should only be like 45 minutes at this point. He nods at me. Alright, son. If either you need anything, just let me know. I return the nod and spin on my heel, making my way over to Olivia's room. I knock gently against it. I hear her call out weakly, saying something, but I'm not sure what. It's Dee. She calls out again, a little stronger this time.
Come in.
I open the door and step inside, shutting it behind me. Her curtains are drawn. The lights are off, save for the screen of her laptop. She's taken her hoodie and slippers off, and she's laying stomach side on her bed, chin resting on top of her arms. Or she was anyway, before I walk in. When I do, so she sits up on her knees. She's been crying. I pull my jacket off and toss it onto the beanbag, sitting next to her on the bed. She immediately slides up to me and we embrace, holding each other gently. After a few minutes, I gently pry her off of me, staring at her intently. I have to do this. She needs to know. She has to know. Olivia, I hesitate, grimacing. I need to show you the ugliest part of me. Something I've been hiding from you ever since we met. Something I hide from everyone. She gently holds my hand.
You don't have to. Not if you aren't ready.
I grip her hand tightly. I have to. Right now. Otherwise, I'll never be ready. And you deserve to know. She breathes in a shuddering breath and nods. Her voice comes out in a whisper.
Okay.
I unlace my boots and slide them off, followed by my socks. She looks at me a little strangely as I start undoing my belt, and I glance down at her, but say nothing. Soon enough, I'm left in nothing but my boxers and shirt. Even my boxers are knee length, though. Last layer I can hide behind. I sit back down on the bed, staring at her intently. I'm sorry. She looks worried.
Why are you apologizing?
I shake my head, grimacing as I look back down at my legs. I start with my right, gripping the bottom hem of my boxers where they come to the knee. My hands start shaking as I pull them up, slowly revealing the latticework of scars that trail across every part of my thigh like a cartographer's grim map of my thoughts. The other leg, next. In the darkness of the room, the scars resembled shadowed canyons in my leg. I could only stare down at them in content. Just an example of how broken I am. Permanent reminders. I look back up into her eyes, bracing for shock or disgust. But there was none. Only a deep, unspoken sadness. A wish to have been there. To have somehow stopped it. My words die in my throat. I swallow and try again. I did all of this to myself. To try and cope. The admission felt like breaking through a wall I'd held closed for far too long. Tears start welling in my eyes again and my voice grows shaky. I couldn't hide it from you anymore. You need to see all of me. Every broken piece. See if I'm still worth it. Her own eyes turned watery as she reached out, the tips of her fingers ever so gently tracing the jagged lines, unflinching at the texture of my broken skin.
Why?
It was a quiet mutter, a heartbroken plea. A question as to why I would do this to myself. What would bring me to this? The word was like a knife in my neck. I struggled for an answer that would make sense to her when it barely made sense to me. I can't find the words, and I can only respond quietly, horrified. I don't know. At that, she finally lunges forward with a quiet sob, wrapping her arms around me. She buries her head into my shoulder, quaking with every breath. I feel equal parts relief and sorrow wash over me as my arms tighten around her, my own dam breaking as I begin to weep in her arms. Even through the sobbing, I continue speaking to her. I lied to the doctors, Olivia. Even if you told me not to, I couldn't. I want to get better, but I don't want, not like that. Right now, words fail me, and I can only repeat, I'm sorry, through the tears. Her tail gently wraps around my waist and pulls me closer, gently repeating, it's okay, each time I mutter to her. Over the course of the next few minutes, we both slowly calm down. Eventually, she pulls away, raising her hand to my face and cupping it gently. She smiles even through the tears.
It's okay. We'll figure it out together.
The words wash over me with gentle warmth. For the first time in a while, I managed a genuine smile back at her as I reach up and press my hand against hers as it rests against my face. I lean forward, placing my forehead against hers and closing my eyes. I love you, Olivia.
I love you too, T.
We sit in that position for a while, just holding hands, silent, eyes closed. I feel calm. Here. Present. The whirling thoughts in the back of my mind have receded. For now. I breathe out a deep sigh as I lean back, sliding the legs of my boxers back down so my scars are covered again. I should probably put my pants back on. Olivia giggles quietly.
Probably. Randy would have a heart attack if you walked in right now.
I chuckle. I'm sure he would. I reach down and scoop them off the floor along with my belt, sliding them back on and cinching them. I roll the legs up to my knee, too. Just more comfortable that way. I sit back down and look at Olivia. She looks a little sleepy. Matter of fact, I kind of am, too. Guess crying like that takes it out of you. I reach over and gently close her laptop shut, drowning the room in an even deeper darkness. Only the fringes of sunlight creeping through her curtains give me anything to see by as I lift the laptop and place it gently on the ground next to the bed. Olivia looks curiously up at me, but gives out an eep as I hook my arms under hers and drag us both further back onto the bed. We hit the mattress and she huffs.
T, what?
I gently put a finger to her snoot. No words, just sleep. I'm tired, and I know you are too. She grumbles quietly, cutting her eyes at me before she wraps her arms around me and pulls me close, resting her head on my chest. I reciprocate, bringing my good hand over to her head and gently running it through her hair. Sure enough, she starts bellowing. My favorite sound in the world. I lean back and shut my eyes, allowing her quiet rumbling to drown out the whirlwind of thoughts cascading in my mind as I slowly drift to sleep. A whisper of shining silver slices through the crimson midnight, guiding the lost home. Bing, 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 bing. Another chapter done.
Yippee, yippee.
Shakespeare, is that you?
Oh boy. Fuck you, Jake. POV shift got my ass. You son of a bitch. I couldn't remember if that was quite the voice I did for Andy, but I know I did like fucking like, you know, I'm Randy Payne, you know, a little bit like fucking southern to it, but I feel like it was a bit different. Is what it is though. Look at that, you got everybody in the fucking hood crying, brother. That chapter was actually a bit shorter. We did not hit an hour. Good, weep for me. Look at him. He's over here collecting tears. The tears fuel my writing. Yap time? Yeah, we're gonna do a little bit of a yap and then we'll close up for the night. 2 chapters. That's all you motherfuckers are getting, because the next time we read Punch Drunk, if I do it right, you guys are gonna get a fuck ton of chapters. Nah, you can do this one for real, for real. You shut your mouth. You'll get your Punch Drunk 3 hours. Well, more like 2 hours of Punch Drunk, hour and a half of yap. But you get what you get, motherfucker. Oh. Motherfucker has a water wheel of tears. This is his power. I have not cried yet, says Greyfeather. Alright, Jake, step it up. Step it up, motherfucker. You gotta get Grey to cry. Oh. Time to come into Discord, unwind, and play Tarkov. Look, I probably was gonna play Tarkov. That much you're correct about. Who else is in the fucking Discord right now, even? There's a couple people. Ah, I see Kev is cooking. I see that over there. Ugh. I'm gonna like gargoyle post up in my fucking chair right now. Crashed my hacked Wii several times trying to update GT or CTGP-R. Bit on edge. What the fuck is that? You don't know what that is. Fuck you, Jake. You made me feel fucking sad, like real sad. I think Tarkov will bring tears of anger. If things go wrong at Tarkov, I will end up having a Dorian moment where I punch my fucking desk until my hand breaks. Genuinely, Tarkov has made me think maybe I should get a punching bag. There's just sometimes that game really fucking gives it to you raw. Oh, fuck. I just slipped in my chair. Uh-oh. I'm good. Uh-oh, sleepy boy. Look, there's not many games that get me really mad, but Tarkov is one of them when it just really fucks you for no good reason. Actually, I ended up bruising my knuckle. If I'm completely honest, I punched my desk and I bruised my knuckle because I got really fucking pissed one time. I just got, it was because of setup. Setup is the worst fucking worst fucking task. God damn, that thing sucks so goddamn bad. Your mama. Oh yeah, the Miracle Whip vid, by the way. Yeah, I still got that ping. Good writing, but fuck, that was closer than before. I can just imagine someone weeping while they punch their monitor due to Tarkov bullshit. Yeah. 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 that is a... so here's the thing. I paid too much money for my monitor. I can't punch my monitor. My desk, however, I can punch my desk. I can just go... Whoop, like really hard. And that'll... It doesn't even help, really. You know what I mean? Like, just punching something doesn't really help. So like one thing I want to test is if I had like a fucking punching bag, right? If I just like fucking ran over and went bah 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 bah, would that get a little bit of my aggression out, a little bit of my anger, or will that just make me more angry? You know what I mean? Chet Livia stress ball win Humo. I could probably do with a stress ball. You know, one thing, so I collect knives, right? I have a lot of knives. Knives are cool. One thing I thought about was, what if I just got like a block or like a fucking like a block of wood, like a kind of like a cutting board, and I just attach it to a wall, right? And whenever I got really mad, I just go and stab the wood a little bit. Would that help? Just go, get like some fucking serial killer energy out. I can just imagine someone weeping while they're... Oh, yeah. Yeah, I read that one. Oopsies. I can't remember when I read and when I don't read. Just a full Dempsey roll on a poor monitor. Get like one of those like old TVs, you know, like the big bricks, the boxes, and then boom! Just be those streamers that have punching dummies in the background and then do literally everything else destructive rather than punch the dummy. How often, like, is that like a thing? I don't watch a ton of streamers, so I don't know, like, do a lot of them have just like a fucking dummy in the background? Mario Kart mod adds custom tracks, game modes, carts, characters in the works. Would be great for community night. Okay. Yes, the shanking board for stress relief. Yeah, I'm gonna transport myself to London, innit? Gonna have a license for this knife, and I'm gonna stab the shit out of that board. I've seen it way more often than I should. Huh. Alright. How much does one of those things even cost? What would you even call that? Punching dummy. Buh! $396 or $369. Oh my god. What the fuck is that? Yo, no way. They got the grapple gimp. Yo.
Could it be that you're craving my chicken nuggets?
Oh boy. Oh boy. That's fucking funny. The box TV would be perfect to destroy minus the glass embedded in your flesh. Yeah. What in God's... You're laughing, but this is an actual thing? That's how Olivia practices her death rolls. Will Humo purchase the freaky dummy? Holy shit. Holy shit. I could just get a punching bag apparently from Flybird Fitness for $178. There's another one that's like fucking $80. Oh, there's a wall mounted one. Yo. Put that motherfucker on the wall. Who is this little freak? Here, I'll just pull this up over here. Look at this little freak. I hate him. He pisses me off. Grapple Gimp cameo in Lines and Waves. One of the kids calls it a grapple gimp and Dorian just loses his mind laughing. Better yet, Vinny's the one to say that. Oh boy. Jake sad Humo getting me with grapple gimp flashbang and choking on my beer. He's pointing at us. He really is. He's calling our asses out. We need to fuck him up. Yo, we jumping his ass. Let's go. That's one SCP's like twice removed cousin or something. Oh yeah, the one that's like 173 but like doesn't do anything. Just a little freak and he's all black. If we give you money, will you buy the dummy? What would I do with the dummy? He's why we have taxes. True. The one made out of stone or whatever? Yeah. You think you can handle my nubbins? Wither under the power of the grapple gimp cabal. Holy shit. Look, there's the pink one too. They got the motherfucking pink guy flavor. The final boss, truly. Mr. Skull.
Hockey's gorgeous. I take him everywhere I go. I drive him in the car in the passenger seat, and nobody ever attacks me.
Yo. Yo, they're using him as self-defense. Holy shit. Whoa, Squid Game's grapple gimp? Actually demented. Joel G, would you like some help? No, he doesn't need help. This motherfucker is defending him. Oh, I don't like this guy. What? Why does it feel like he's supposed to be a seat and you're supposed to sit on his cock and use his arms as like a hand rest? You know what I mean? Like an arm rest. What the hell? Is this like premium Trunk Monkey? Yeah, this is Trunk Monkey Plus. Bodyguard for hire. He's ready to nut punch. Alright, so for Christmas, we gotta find a grapple gimp for Humo and the oil drum of lube. How much is the oil drum of lube? It's like an egregious amount, isn't it? Oh my god. Yo. But why though? But why though? I'm going to sleep by. Alright, 6. Rest well. If I give you the dummy, does the exact model of dummy matter? For example, if I were to give you exactly enough money to purchase a life-size Judy Hopps love doll, would you then have to do it, hypothetically? There's my freaky quota. See y'all Wednesday. Holy shit, that was crazy. Get one of those rubber torsos with a schlong on it. So you're saying like one of these? Like one of these right here? We could get one of these, right? And then we could buy like a huge bad dragon dildo and like attach it. Make it like really rainbow colored too, so that way you can't help but look at it, you know? Why have we fallen into the grapple gimp hole? I don't know. I can't even remember how we got here. Judy Hopps love doll. Excuse me, I need to do some research. Freaky! I will not train you to duke it out with a goddamn lion. Yeah. Unfortunately for the... What did it say it was for? It was like for kids or something? Yeah, inflatable kids punching bag. Sorry, kiddo. If you beat this, you're not going to actually beat a goddamn lion. Your ass is going to get torn asunder. I mean, like, horse-sized or something not equine. I don't know. Bad Dragon's got a lot of crazy shit. Make your pick. This is why we can't have nice things. This is why we have nice things. Check Oliver's. Runs over. Well, I guess more so like waddles over, because that's kind of like my general speed. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's good. That's really good. I just like need to spend a minute here to just drink all this in before we go back to talking about freaky stuff. Shit. I'm sitting here slumped in my chair flabbergasted. Yeah, no, this is fucking awesome. Holy shit. What I do to deserve wicked ass are like this man. I just write silly words. You made people cry. That's what you did. Forget rainbow colors. RGB gamer light cock. All right. Etsy is way freakier than I thought. Yeah, Etsy has some crazy shit. if you go looking for it. I know I own at least 3/4 of the toys, Humo. Bad decisions were made over the years. What the? 3/4? Brother, that shit's expensive. How much have you spent on Bad Dragon? Sonichi medallions from Chris Chan himself are being sold on Etsy. We know. Fucking Langy's got it. Been meaning to pick one up. If he messes himself up more, I'll be there. Oh yeah, I'm sure there's gonna be another moment that would be fucking art worthy for sure. Now I have to go over to Lanny's house, kill him, and steal it. While you're there, you could lift the Ben medallion as well, because he has that as well. A lot. Some originals and some of the remakes / redesigns. Why do you need more than one? You don't get it. You don't get it. Wow, Schmoopy. The Schlong Savior, the Dong Debonair, the Cock Collector. It ain't just schlongs, Jake. Yeah, they got other things. Meat Stick Hoarder. What is there to get? What do you mean, what is there to get? I'm not gonna, like, go to fucking Bad Dragon on stream. That might be like I join the Discord and we go over why that's a thing. There's a box at the end of my bed that's just called the Sin Bin for a reason. Buh. The fun chest, if you will. And back is the freak, and I'm too sober for this shit. You would if you weren't a coward. Look, I don't need to go to like fucking the search bar right now on stream, start typing Bad Dragon, and then have you guys see that I've been there before. I don't need that right now. So we're just going to say that that's going to be the end of stream for tonight. We're at 3 hour 45 almost, meaning your boy needs to go play Tarkov and do other things. We got a good fucking stream in. You know, we got 2 emotional chapters. People were crying in chat. Very good time. Very good time. Had an hour and a half yap. You know, that's another thing that people fucking love. And yeah, we'll probably be back on. Wait, looking radioactive meme. I did a funny. Oh yeah, fuck. I could also look at the fucking whipped cream video. I should probably look at that on the stream too. Oh. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Yo, Jake, can we make this a sticker? Can we make this a sticker, Jake? I like this one. Yeah, I got you, dog. Thanks, man. Thanks. Let's also take a look at the whipped cream video. Or the... not whipped cream, Miracle Whip.
Noah's Feud review.
Okay, no.
Today we will be reviewing Craft Miracle Whip.
Miracle Whip. Okay.
In the Craft Miracle Whip, there is 30 calories per serving.
Okay, 30 calories per serving.
So, I personally have enjoyed...
Wait, no. How much is a serving? I need to know how much of the Miracle Whip I'm going to need to eat to have it be a serving so that way I can properly diet. Okay, no, that's fine. Well, that's feedback for later, I guess, you know?
Miracle Whip on quite a few occasions. So, this should be pretty interesting.
Okay.
I have never ate a whole spoonful at one time.
Okay, so this is new ground for both of us then.
So, as you can see, the jar is almost empty because I love Miracle Whip, so I Miracle Whip.
Well, no, I think this is going to be a biased...
Very queen.
I'll buy a steak here if you love Miracle Whip.
So, let me get some out of here. Okay, so there you can see.
Can we just talk about like the music in the background too? I kind of feel like I'm like in a fucking Elder Scrolls game.
One spoonful of Miracle Whip, and let's try it.
You kind of skimmed the spoonful there. You didn't really eat the spoonful, did you? Ooh, the little head tilt there. Oh, the shoes are not great.
Very strong taste. It's hard to digest. But overall, it's still Miracle Whip, and you know I love Miracle Whip, so it's alright. I mean, I could eat a little bit more. I mean, you know.
Could eat a little bit more, huh? Is that just like a really big spoon?
So overall, I will have to give Kraft Miracle Whip original dressing on the food scale rating a 7 out of a 10. Thank you for watching.
I thought you loved Miracle Whip. If you love it and it's only 7 out of 10, how could anything ever hit a 10? Damn, Cartman. Oh, there's only like 6 videos. Obviously, Miracle Whip popped off the hardest. Holy shit. This is the pre-evolution of review, bro, ain't it? Only a spoonful. Comically large spoonie of Miracle Whip. DCUO in the background. Have the ability to know if something is hard to digest or not. Full digestion control. I wish I had full digestion control. Noah's food review is eating healthy. Jesus. Alright. Alright, it's time for me to pump the motherfucking brakes. You guys get to look at this as we do the fucking outro today. Tomorrow, unless I fucking feel like doing a really funky, like, 8:30 stream before I have to dip, and it's like a micro stream, there will be no stream tomorrow. That would be the only exception to it. Otherwise, I'll be back on Monday to play something, I think. I don't know. I don't know what did I say Monday? Holy shit, my brain is fried. Wednesday. I'll be back Wednesday if I'm not back tomorrow. Don't know what we'll be doing. Maybe I'll be playing Hunt with Iron and Lanny, or maybe I'll just be doing fucking something else. Who knows? You know how these fucking things go. Wednesday and Thursday are usually up in the air. Fridays are community days. Saturdays have been we're trying to do the spotlight followed by community night. But for this week we're gonna be doing it on Sunday. So maybe Saturday would be, I don't know, a reading or something. This week's going to be a little bit iffy. And then we'll be trying to see if we can do 8:30. Wednesday and onwards. But yeah. Imagine making a review of Mayo 2 years later, having a guy who is attracted to Dino women watch a video on stream. The internet's a funny fucking place, isn't it? Really funny place. It's just license-free music, but I'm almost sure it's DC Universe Online. It very well could be. V8, it's not fucking Mayo, it's Miracle Whip. Alright, before they start tearing each other to pieces. Anybody who's in chat, but you're looking otherwise, hope you had a good time watching and listening along to us reading some good old Punch Drunk Gator. I'll be seeing you when I see you, either tomorrow for a micro stream or Wednesday for a full stream. Until then, hope you have a good rest of your day, night, evening, whatever time is for you.
Take care, fellas.
Holy shit, they have the handsome Squidward punching bag?